Okay. Ooh. Okay. I think that was the perfect launch for my stream. Okay. Hey guys, I'm Roger Wabbit. Welcome to the stream. If you like what you see here, please like, subscribe, and follow on Lightspace, YouTube, and Twitch. This YouTube channel that I'm currently looking at right now is the YouTube channel of the person who usually does the translations inside the Final Fantasy XIV Discord. And so when I wanted to watch the live stream on the announcement is going to be completely Japanese. It's going to be completely Japanese. And so they're going to have like English in the slideshows, but they're going to be talking Japanese. And this person is usually the person that usually does translations, but they usually type it up in words. So I thought that this would actually be a perfect opportunity to then watch their live stream while what I thought it was going to be a perfect opportunity to live stream their stream on my stream so I can understand what they're saying in Japanese in Japan when they're doing the live letter. Does that make sense? Does that make... Okay, there you go. That's what I meant. So as soon as... I'm a bit early, and I realize I'm a bit early, but that's because, like, my live stream is scheduled for the same time as the live letter, and it wouldn't make any sense if I started at the exact same time to... Like I want to be there before the live letter starts so I can get everything, you know? I want to be early. So that's what I was thinking. And, you know, now I'm here. So while we wait, how are you? No, I'm kidding. So this is not going to be anything like this is not going to be any, this is like going to be a live letter to like a patch possibly that's going to be released to Final Fantasy XIV, or it's going to be like, they might announce a benchmark. We don't know for sure. I don't think they've announced, like, they already have a trailer for the game. But as far as like the next expansion, I don't necessarily know what's going to come out of this live letter. But I want to watch it just to like, so I don't miss anything. And you know, bear in mind, like, if you play Final Fantasy XIV, like, this is, the live letter is actually one of the best sources to get what's changing in the game. This includes like new features that are coming out in the game, new dungeons, I don't want to just say dungeons, like duties, right? Everything that's worthwhile, that's like an instance of something in the game, usually is called a duty, because that's just the lingo of the game. And so like new duties will come out in the live letter announced before the patch notes. There might be a live letter before the patch notes, right? And so the live letter is actually like, forget going on. I know a lot of people, what they do is like they go on YouTube and then they search around and they find a YouTuber that like has the latest information about what's going on Final Fantasy XIV, or the best way to do something in Final Fantasy XIV. But actually, if you just sit down and like watch the live letter and read the patch notes that are on the Lordstone, which nobody ever does, but I like, except me, because I do it all the time, then it's actually the best way to like understand like what's going on in the game. You'll even understand things like the different changes that have happened in the game. It's like Final Fantasy XIV, when it came out several years ago under the Heavensward expansion, is not the same game it is today. There have been so many changes that have like enriched the game and made the game so much better. But the best way to like follow everything is to like read the patch notes right and watch the live. Let's see if they went live. Yeah, but they're supposed to. This is the time they're supposed to go live. Yeah. Well, it's not exactly noon yet. But yeah, so this is like the best way to like get everything. So I don't Another thing we could possibly do while we're waiting is tune in to the actual live letter. Let's see.
There's some kind of misunderstanding. You're married.
Until this comes on, you know?
You don't know?
This is all in Japanese. We don't have a translator yet, so. Oh wow, his face. Wait, what's going on? Are they showing off the graphical update? Oh wow, is this the graphical update they're showing off? Is that like, was that like a preview of the graphical update they just showed off? Oh yes! 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 It's the benchmark! They're releasing the benchmark! Yes! 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 Holy shit! Holy shit, the benchmark is coming! They're releasing the benchmark! Oh god! I was just guessing, but they're actually releasing the benchmark. Oh my god. Fuck yes, bro. Oh my god. Ooh. Dude, I am running that benchmark tonight. Oh my god, the benchmark is here. Fuck yes, bro. The translator's live. I'll switch to her as soon as this is over. But this is what the benchmark's gonna look like when it's released. But I want to run it. I want to see the difference too between like how it looks here and how it looks on my laptop. Viper. Yep. Yes. Yes, that's me. That's gonna be me. That's also gonna be me. After gathering. Release the benchmark, bro. Oh my god, I can't stop thinking about that now. Treasure hunting, maybe? Is there gonna be something new about treasure hunting? I doubt it. I doubt it. I think they've talked about every single thing that is gonna be coming out. But it would be nice to get some new treasure maps. But I'm gonna miss all the treasure maps from Endwalker. I didn't take advantage of Endwalker enough. Those are some new mounts. Showing off the new mounts there. Pictomancer. The Dark Knight. The Bard. Yeah, the Bard's probably gonna. Everybody's getting new actions. I know that much. New job actions. Is that the limit break? Is that how the limit break is gonna look like? Maybe. I'm curious what the Pictomancer limit break is gonna look like too. Okay. Okay.
Right, welcome to the Producer Letter Live. A cut of Yoshida and a Zodelin Fox clone. Yep, this is the usual introduction from Fox clone as well as
まあ今日しかできないと言っても
まあできないね。できないね。
パーカーの肝を
yeah, even though if I want to actually play fans and all that, this will be my only chance for today.
何気にちょっとお久しぶり PLL ですよね。
So it seems that this is a PL that has been, conducted once in a while. So it's been a while since we last met.
とはいえね、パックスでも
But even then, they have already Yoshida has already conducted one
そして
presentation during the PAX East, if you pay attention.
トレーラーから映像から始まりましたけれども、
そうですね
Yep.。
まあ
So it's been a while.
まあパックス行った時も
はい。
ベンチマークっていうコメント
Yes,
Yeah, so
benchmark.
apparently during the PAX East, there are a lot of people they are screaming benchmark. So
Damn straight.
and the ones that you are watching just now will be what's the trailer of the benchmark.
はい。
つなぎ合わせた動画になってるので、あれが皆さんの PC でそのまま、確認していただけるのが
Yeah, so the benchmark will be released later on, so that you can actually watch them yourself through your PC.
Why is his stream is frozen?
Oh, apparently Fox was being, I've been wondering like, well, when is the benchmark? When is the benchmark going to be released?
リリースします。はい。
Benchmark will be released tomorrow.
Hold on, let me refresh.
Benchmark will be released tomorrow.
はい。パワーポイント。はい。黄金のレガシーベンチマークソフトは明
The
日
benchmark will be
4時間
released
で
tomorrow.
4月14
When
日
is the benchmark going to be released?
15時頃、公開となります。
はい。まあね、今でしょ。今でしょ。まあコメントあるんですけど、今出したらみんなさ PLL 見ないでしょ。
So
Okay, so it's not gonna be released tonight.
if they actually release the benchmark now, people will be like, yeah, they won't be watching it, the PL anyway, so it's going to be pointless. So they're going to delay the release of the benchmark for tomorrow instead.
公開
Okay, fair point.
なっております。はい。
はい、どうぞお楽しみにお待ちください。
はいお願いしま
Yep,
ということ
this
で今日はいろいろ
Look forward to it
でお送
for the release of tomorrow.
いろいろあるんですが、
そうなんです。
まずは先日から予約が開始されました。
はいはいはい。
So yeah, we have actually opened the pre-orders for Dawn Trail Return Day.
So the benchmark is going to be released in 3 hours.
なんだろう、黄金のレガシーの話をまあしてくんだけど、
So an
Although,
hour
yeah,
after
左側が
the Dawn Trail.
なんか行月の
this
日なんですよ。
live letter,
そ
basically.
こがちょっと気になる。
ちょっとした違和感。
ちょっとね。
But most of the information they talk about until now it really involves just M Walker, the last part of M Walker. So they're going to talk more about Dawn Trail from now
そう
on.
なんです。はい。
はい、じゃあ、早速魚月じゃないわ。
行月じゃないよ。
No, now
の製品
from now on they are not going to talk about M Walker anymore. They are going to talk more about Dawn Trail from
ま
now
ずは
on.
予約現在予約すでに受付中となっております。
Yep.
I
For
want it.
the
Dawn
next
Trail,
will
got
be
you.
the details of Dawn Trail pre-order.
はい。
It's going to be available now.
火曜日が発
Early
売
access
となっ
on
て
the
おります
20th of June, Friday, and release
今回
officially on the 2nd of
非常
July.
にご予約
As well as the pre-order bonuses that comes with it
良く
if
てですね
you order the collector's edition.
立ち上がりが大変たくさんの多分過去一
おー
はい
ありがとうございます
早めに
Apparently,
いただいてるので
pre-orders are going well. They actually smashed records. The amount of people pre-order Dawn Trail is actually much higher than M Walker.
忘れてたになるんで
そうなんですよ。
Really?
はい、で画面にあります
That's
予約
interesting.
特典としてアーリーアクセス券、こちら予約特典になっておりますので、予約をしないと手に入りませんから、お忘れなく早めに今
So yeah, just to let you know that you need the pre-order launcher in order to get access to the early access. So if you don't pre-order launcher, you won't be able to access on the 30th of June. So please take note. Yep. Pre-ordering the game will allow you to access the Win Up ZD Minion as well as Azima's earrings.
Yep, I got mine. I got a pre-order
モーグル
bonus
た
as
ちが
well.
頑張って
そうですね。
お届けしますので、
So the
See
moment you
them.
actually pre-order the game,
はいよろしくお願いし
the
ます。
pre-orders item will be sent to your inbox.
そして続いて製品ラインナップのおさらいです。はい、こちらです。
They covered this at the last
まずはリアルグッズもゲーム内特典も全部入りの
Stuff we
コ
already
レクターズエディション
はい。
というのがございます。こちら Windows 版と
Should already
Windows 版
know.
が対応となっておりまして、でその他にリアルグッズだけ単体の
The earring really helps you like level
という
to
のをご
like
用意しております。
to like
でこちらは
90
PlayStation
so
版
you can
と
be ready.
Xbox 版、それから Steam 版
So this is the launcher lineup that
こちらをお買い求めいただけれ
signifies
ば
what you will get when you
で
order
そしてデジタルコレクターズエディション
each different
で
editions
これは
of the
リアル
game.
グッズではなくてインゲームアイテムの
You really see the difference when you do like duty
デ
reloads
ジタ
and
ルコレ
like
クターズエディション
try
そ
to
れ
level
から特
like
典
there's
例がついていない
a
スタンダード
difference.
で
Earrings
通常
This is pretty
Earrings
much
really help.
the thing that you already know if you pay attention to the game.
はい、
Pay attention to the last few
次
streams before. Sorry about that.
でこのリアルグッズの方、コレクターズエディションとかについているこのアイテムです。リアルグッズですが、昨日の前夜祭の放送でもちょっとご紹介しましたけれども、
So following on will be the collector's edition of Dawntrail, which is actually introduced during yesterday's test stream, but I doubt that most people
結
attended.
構高いですね。
So this can be ignored.
はい。そして愛用の機構録がついにリアル現実のものになりました。皆さんでメモとか
Yeah,
に
apparently the ones that they introduced yesterday, the physical,
そして冒険者の
those
筆入れ
physical
くるくる
pre-order
巻いて
bonuses
使うタイプのおしゃれな
were actually done, and the one that they introduced yesterday is the most likely the final product.
伸ばせておいてできると思うんです
すごいおしゃれアイテムでした。
Yeah, all of this
で
looks
それらを
really
天
fashionable.
野先生に書いていただいた
And
特
they're
装のア
really
ートボックス、ね、画
cool.
面左側
So
にあり
if you are
ます
interested in it,
こちらに詰め合わ
please
せて
give it a consideration.
コレクターズエディションの
Please give it a
特装
consider
版と
and
いうことになっておりますのでどうぞ
the
ご検
collector's
討
edition.
ください。はい。
Yep. So if you're interested,
そ
please
し
give
て
it a
コレク
try.
ターズエディションのゲーム内アイテムの
Give us money.
特典のご紹介
This is all marketing.
はい、こ
This
ち
is
ら
all
の3つが
marketing.
特
This is
典に
typical
な
of
ります
them.
まずは一番左マウントのアーク。こちら
So
動画で
if
もご紹介しております
you
が
are
非常にかっこいい
pre-ordering the collector's
ぜひ
edition
乗ってくだ
as
さい
well as
そして
the
真ん中
deluxe
ミニ
edition
オン
of
ガー
the
ネッ
game,
トです
you
で右側が武
are
器ですねチョコボの筆
you'll be given
こちらピクトマンサーで使える
collector's
おしゃれ装備
edition
となっており
in-game
ますの
items
でぜひと
like
もご
for
検討
instance the art mount, the
ください
wind-up garnet minion as well as a chocobo
はい
brush.
ということで
That's interesting. I just realized something. They took out.
以上でした
So this should be all for the line-up introduction.
ということでここからはいよいよ本日の本編なんですが
へ
今日は冒頭でも吉田さんコメント
What
さ
did
れ
I
て
order? I need to go back and check what I ordered.
70の何かをご紹介いただけるわけですね
So yeah, now we are going to enter the actual stream for today, as indicated by Yoshida-san during the introduction
いいんですけど
segment.
後ではいこれ今日ってさ
I need to go back and check what I ordered.
80
So Yoshida is asking that are we going to have any PowerPoint slides for today?
二重的なやつは別にいかない
Yeah, they are preparing the paper. It's apparently their presentation
ので
paper.
まあ大事あり
Most
ます
exciting PowerPoint presentation ever.
ああなる
Apparently
ほど
there are
Always.
few segments that will be shown in the PowerPoint
一応
slide.
今回あれでしょ
So please
80回
pay
でしょ
80
attention.
回です
もう我々感覚麻痺してるけど80
Yeah,
回
this is now the 80th producer letter live. Yeah, they are getting numb over this. It feels like a second nature to them already.
でもお話ししたんですけど今日前半やるのは実機がかなり多いのと
So, putting that aside, whatever is going to be introduced today will involve a lot of in-game
喋
footage.
りますんで
And when they are showing in-game footage, they will have a lot of explanation going on. So, if you can, please pay attention.
実機と現行環境 6.58 をなんと
It's a pretty good cosplay, by the
So,
way.
they are going to
比較して
show
みようじゃないかというのを
what is going to look, how the game is going to look like after the graphics update, as well as they're going to compare it with another screen that is going to split into two that contains the patch 6.58. So you'll be able to see how much has changed after the graphics update.
いくつか
Yeah,
今まで
I'm looking forward to this actually.
キャラクター周りとかはね、皆さん一番気になるだろう
They
けど、
increased the
今日はもう各デザイナー
they
の
increased
セクシ
the
ョンに
the
見せたい
the system requirements
So
just for the
apparently before
graphics update. There's a
the,
notable difference.
Producer Letter Live, they were wondering what kind of updates you want
っていう
to
の
show.
を集めて
This is why also I want the benchmark because I need to know
So
how it
after
runs.
some deliberation and as well as discussion between the teams, they have managed to compile the things that they want to present for today, and this will be presented to you.
取り掛かりましょうね。ちょっと待ってください。
Yep. Now they are going to prepare the in-game footage for you to see how much has changed. So please wait.
そうなんです。
Yeah.
そして
Please. They are preparing now.
そう私は
They are preparing now.
晴れを実行して
はい
昼を実行
全部言っていくスタイル。そうなんですよ。あ、はいはいはい。
実行しましたよね。
しました。
It feels like they're just regular Joes like
Yeah.
in an
Now they are going
office
to
and
execute
just
the
like
macro in order to change the weather.
like he's just a dude just on his Windows computer like clicking and talking, probably talking on Slack or something. It's the most hilarious thing.
Apparently, we are seeing some unintended
おい
bugs. Like the position of this lightning is different. What's going on?
違いますね。
さっきと違う。あれでも場所一緒だ。え、これ時間
And I'm pretty sure like he's worried
Apparently,
about.
some setups are running out of order. Oh no!
Oh no,
Oh no! Oh no!
I was about to say he's really worried like how he's
He
moving
is getting
the
confused.
cosplay. He doesn't want to mess up his
He
cosplay.
wanted to introduce the in-game footage, but
生放送とは関わるもの
打っ
です。
てんだけど。
the weather doesn't go well. Debug commands maybe not working well,
確かに変わってない。
etc., etc., etc.
え、昨日
Oh no!
場所変わりましたか。
Oh no!
この
Something's going on. Oh no!
開発サーバーだから誰か
They not run it
Yeah,
once
and
before they
since it's a
started.
development server, they need someone who is working on the development server to look into this issue.
見られない画面。
Shit.
はは
For real?
Oh no!
Is this real?
PD なんでね。
そうですね。
今映すのやばいんでちょっ
Are
と
they
待って。
just messing with us? Or is
Yep.
this real?
Apparently, they are not going to show you the in-game footage because it's going to be
すごいな。
yeah
ゴリゴリの
complications.
開発画面が今ここに。
あ
So complications are currently going on right now. So please be patient. They're
ー
preparing
これ
it.
前あー違う違う
じゃあ皆さん、
あー
ハイデリンでもお楽しみいただき
Isn't it amazing just to have a translator, like to know what's going on? Like imagine if you didn't have a translator.
Foxclot is going to roleplay some Heidelin stuff in, so please don't pay mind about it.
ちょっとあなた暴露画面消しちゃっていいよ。
よいしょ。はい。
It definitely in an office, dude. Like that green screen is like
怖い怖い。
that green that background is like
ですね。
that's supposed to be like a white background, like a white wall behind them. That's definitely an office there or something.
Yep. Now they're going to show you both screens. The screens will be split into two in order to demonstrate the changes. Yep. The right is 7.0 and the left is 6.58.
で私が 7.0 側。
Oh wow, yeah,
So
there is a
Foxconn will be
difference.
the one controlling 6.58, while Yoshi P is going to control the one in the 7.0.
はい。
エルピスのだから草原
This is Elpis, by the way.
めちゃめちゃ頑張ってる方ですこれ。
So Elpis is the one that put
作ったんで
quite a lot of effort in because of the grass generation and so on.
Yeah, I can see it. There's a difference.
左が
Slight
現
difference.
行エルピス。
So the one at the left is the current Elpis, the right one is the 7.0 Elpis.
Yeah, I believe it. Yeah, I see it.
つらこれ。
The left one is a bit
So you can
a
see a
little
world of
bit.
difference in it.
Yeah, there's a world of
そうです
difference.
ね
Like
髪の毛もまあやっぱり。
本当だ。
the grass is a bit
Yeah,
more
and you
realistic.
can see the
Yeah.
hair as well, where there is a change in the hair
流
texture.
れがものすごくちゃんと見えるようになってるはず。
So you will be able to see how much that has
これが
changed.
まずは、グラフィックスアップデートでこれ自動に生えてる草がパワーアップしましたっていうのと同時に、
はい。
So at the same time, where the grass, the auto-generated grass has been powered up,
風の影響を受けてちゃんと
they have also upgraded the graphics where the grass flutters in the way that it goes according to the wind direction.
風のパラメータがあるとなんとなく左右に揺れるっていう処理しかやってないんで。
So prior to that, they are just manually adjusting the way the grass flutters based on the parameters. But now they are doing it based on the direction where the wind goes. So they have so basically in essence it's a power up.
I didn't even
Animation power up.
I didn't even realize
That
that
aligns
like,
more on the physics instead of manual adjustments.
前にゆっくり歩いてってもらっていい
I didn't think that
So,
the game simulated
walk
wind
around.
before.
Walk.
I mean, there's wind, but like it's like the knockback.
So
It's like the knockback
as you can
physics.
see
It's
that,
not like real wind.
the grass at the right, where you can see in 7.0, flutters according to the character physics. So that when the character passes through, it will react accordingly.
そうですね。突っ切る、埋まる、突き刺さる。まあ慣れてしまえばね、左もわかんないんですけど、実はこういうね細かい雰囲気。
However, this is something that most players won't be paying attention to if they are getting too used to what they have up till now. But this is one of the fine details that they have adjusted in the game to make sure that the animation looks more real and more convincing.
はいはいはい。
I need to see it on my computer screen. Because it's one thing when you see it here, but it's another thing when you see it on your computer. Like
So, yeah,
when it's on my computer screen, like
moving on the next.
might look like more like on the left, you know. So it might not even matter.
続いてちょっとマウント。マウントもね、一部ちょっと処理を変えてるので。
So now they are going to introduce mounts. Mounts have apparently gone through some adjustments as well.
飛び上がりましょう。
Now they are going to make it fly.
自由にできるだけ、円を描くように飛んでいただいたりできますか？まっすぐじゃなくて。
So they are going. Yoshi P is asking Foxconn if they can fly.
平面飛行ですよね。まあ皆さんこ
That
れ慣れてる。
fly in circles instead of flying in a straight line.
はい。
So once you fly, you can see that the animation is currently showing what it is right now.
傾きができるようになりました。こう
おお。
So in 7.0, you realize that now the mouse can fly diagonally. So the animation will show that it's actually flying diagonally
ちゃん
instead.
と軸を持って旋回するときはこう
Yeah. So there are added physics to the mount when flying.
飛んでる感
Oh.
感じが
So
Yeah,
you
this,
can- so you-
ensures that the whole experience looks more
そうね、もう
convincing
戻れないん
instead
じゃない
of
かなっていう
instead of what you have currently.
So you have a tilt now. You
いや
can
細かい
tilt.
んですけどやっぱこういうの
Yeah, there's a tilt now when you're flying.
This
Yeah,
is
that makes
some fine
sense.
details that most
There's no
players
tilt.
will not pay attention to, but this is something that they have worked on.
もともとこうじゃなかったっけって感じるんですよこれ実は
確かに確かにもうそうですね。すぐ
Yeah, because when I'm turning left, I shouldn't.
Yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense. There's a tilt.
入れないようにはしてるから
So they also make sure that they are not going to put some weird parameters in when you are banking on left or right of the screen.
なんだろう感覚の慣れってすごいですよねもともと傾いてなかったっけって思うんですよ
So,
ね
but when you start 7.0, you'll be wondering, wow, did it actually make it that way? Was this actually supposed to be that way? And so on. So you will have that feeling of discomfort at first, but once you get used to it, you should be able to, you'll be fine when playing the game.
Okay, fine.
まあまあその辺それぞれのね
Yeah, you can see that the mount is leaning, comfortably towards left or right. Yeah, at first you might be going, wow, did they actually not
確かにそうです。
tilt that way at first? But yeah, these are some of the fine details they have made.
ちょっとね。
Yeah, that's fine.
Although this is just a repeat of what I'm saying just now.
Although I wouldn't call that a graphics update. That's more like a motion update. That's more like an animation update. But okay, I'll take it. It definitely does. It definitely looks better.
So
Sounds like I'm kinda
this is one of
complaining,
the
but I'm
things that
not.
the animation team asked Yoshi P to introduce it because this might be their this might be the only chance that you can get to show that kind of changes.
地面
Okay, fair.
生めにしていただいて
So going back to the going back to the actual camera for now.
どうなんだと思うんですけど
Now they're going to prepare something else.
地面を見ていこうと思います
Now they're going to show how much the ground has changed.
画面の落差よって書かれてるんだねしょうがないよね
Yeah, this can see the difference. You will. feel the difference.
全然違え
Let's just say.
ではまず、画面いって大丈夫だよね。
はい大丈夫です、
はい。
Right now, moving back to the screen. Moving back to the green
こち
screen.
ら左が 6.58 現行
So
まあ
currently, the one at the left is the current screen 6.58.
こんだけ引くとなかなか分かりづ
So
らい
you
じゃない
can
です
see
か
the difference on the ground right now, the textures and
その
the
ままカメラ寄せて
asset
もらえますか
placement.
はーい
Now, Yoshibi is asking Foxconn to zoom in.
はーいちょっと石畳が
この苔までの感じ分かります
Really looks different, isn't it?
影ないところに左に移動しようか。
はいはい
Now, zoom out a little bit and start walking.
もうね寄るとねもう絵だやめろやめろってなってるはずなんだ。
すごいな
そうでももう本当にアーティストたちはねテクニックを駆使
It's less flat.
これ平面なんですよね。
So apparently this is one of the techniques where the artists really went their way to refine it and master.
テクスチャーでこれだけ必死に左頑張
It's
って
less
And
flat.
they desperately, try to make sure that the things that they are, they will be presented in 7.0 will look a lot more convincing than ever.
Yeah, it's less flat. They added a bump map. I got into like 3D animation lately, and like
So
this.
people in the stream is wondering, is PS4 going to be fine? Will they actually show that kind of detail in PS4 as well? Yoshipi reassures the stream that yes, in PS4 it will look that way as well.
They added I'm guessing
Previously, they are making the ground based on the atmosphere and looks like, oh, this is how it looks like. But in 7.0, they make it a lot more realistic.
Yeah, it's a
lot
bump
more
map.
apparent.
Yeah, they actually look like they have
When Yoshipi look at it, it's like,
Bruce.
wow, this team really worked hard to make it a reality.
instead of a flat material. No, it makes sense.
違いますね
So the first thing you can see from there is that the details on the rocks are a lot more different than it used to be.
細かい岩まで割っても大丈夫っていう。
は
That is an upgrade. That's an actual graphical upgrade. That is an actual
まあ
upgrade.
これが大体あと
あちょっとちらっと映ったけどエーテライトの土台も全然違いますよね
So aside from the ground, you can also see how different the Aetherlight look like.
いじって
おい
さ。エーテライトのシェーダーもね違うんでね全然。
So the shaders on the Aetherlight are also different.
もうちょっと引いてあげられる？
Yeah, asking Foxconn to zoom out a little more.
同じ時間同じ天候に今してるんですけど。
They are making it at the same time with the same weather, but you can see that the Aetherlights are not presented differently.
あとそのエーテライト本体についてる
The ones on the right reflect light better.
全く変わってるのが
On the right, it
So you can
reflects
see
light
that
better.
the
Yeah.
the metallic materials or the asset that is shown in 7.0 is a lot more refined and looks presented a lot more differently.
で今回まあクリスタル用のシェーダーっていうのも改めて作ったので
So they are also refining the crystal shaders as well as the asset as well.
表現できたんで
Mm.
こんな感じで
Previously, they already make it almost there during Shadowbringers for the Crystarium, but now they are powering it up even at areas outside the Crystarium as well.
I don't think I would have noticed any of this as much as I did until I got into 3D art recently. I've been messing with Blender a lot.
では
The reflection, it definitely reflects light better,
Moving back to the actual camera.
like a real crystal would, instead of it looking flat. Like no light is shedding on it, like a regular rock on the left.
Now, next they're going to demonstrate how the water reflections will look like, as well as the water in
アッ
general.
プやべえなマジでアップやべえんだよ
しかもちょっと真剣にセットアップしてるからよ
なそう
いしょよいしょこれも
これはチルと逆にねキャラクターが
I did mention water reflections. It's not just a water reflection, but as well as the water in general.
あれ屋内に移動します
屋外ですよ
屋外
うん屋外であってる
あここでいいですよ
あごめんごめんそれね合ってんだ台本がね古いんだ
ああなるほどこれをこうして
Yeah, apparently there's a little bit of difference between the dialogues, the paper, the dialogue paper they are holding with the current thing that they're doing right now. So it's just a
It's
little
gonna-
difference. So
It's gonna really suck if I can't render this on my screen.
時間こっち時間かかる
ああそうかそうか
はい
ちなみに 6.58 環境は皆さんと同じ。
I looked at the specs.
So just
If my
to let
computer
you
meets
know
the
that
specs,
the one that is shown in 6.58 is the one that's currently in game. There's no difference whatsoever between your in-game graphics with what is shown on the stream. The one that is labeled 6.58. So
画面お願い
please
します。
はい
be noted.
これで
はい
グループポーズ起動して
なるほど。
Now going into group pose.
でまずこっちみんなを解除してもらって、
チンナを解除。
うん
はい
で水濡れ入れても
Group
らいま
pose
す。
is one of the best features of
And
that
from
game.
there,
I
they are going
swear.
to put in the water splash effect
左
apparently.
の水濡れって、まあ、なんとかこうテクスチャーのサイドとかを落として濡れたような表現を使ってるんですけど、
So you can see that at the left, what they did is just to lower down the
わか
shaders,
りますこの
certain lighting, the saturation and brightness of the lighting to make it look like it's been, the cloth is under wet status. But at the right, you should be able to see the difference.
でこちらの今後濡れ方はしかもこれコスチューム側寄れるもうちょっと左の脇腹あたり
You can actually see the difference of how it looks like when the cloth is splashed with water and under wet status.
これ素材感が違うの分かります
So you can see the difference in the material. Hopefully the viewers can see the difference in the material.
この今回から塗り
Yeah.
方も違います輝き
So the
方み
way
たいな
that the expression
そう
on
なんです解像度も違うけど
the wetness
その
of
服
the
という
cloth
か布
is
の
different.
繊維質まで、入れているので
now they are also implementing the same wetness kind of physics on not only the
まああとは
cloth
ね
but also the
体の
texture and the
皮膚部
fiber.
分とかは、まあ、水濡れで
If I'm listening
かなり
correctly,
光
that
沢
should be
も
it.
確かに
はい
テカリが出てますね。そうですね。
Is it the same on metal?
ツヤツヤに見える
And
まあ
you
こ
can
の
also
辺はね
see the
どこ
difference
ま
on
で
the
こ
skin
の
as well. The
去年
skin
僕
looks
やる
glittery
か
when it's in
パレ
wet
ード強く
status,
させ
as
る
you
か
can
っていう
see.
のは結構ね設定次第なところもあるんだ
Okay, so that's why she's
ちょっと
lighter.
わかりやすい方がいいかなというのでちょっと
Although this
わかり
will
やすめに
still
入れて
depends
ま
on
す
how you make your adjustments in the G pose, but they're just making it a lot more easier for you to see the difference.
これがまあキャラクターの今回水濡れ表現ですね
はい。
So this is what they are showing
でも
for
実
this
際これ
particular
同じ
part,
吉原は
the
全く同じパ
physics,
ラメータ
how it
ー
looks
状
like
態
when
の
you get wet.
7.0と 6.58なんですけど、なんかちょっと生き生きしてるのあるよねキャラね
そうですね。
So as you can see from your general outlook of your
Reality
character,
が
you
増したという
can
か。
see that it feels alive, a lot more alive than
水濡
what
れ
it
を
is
させると
currently,
ころ
isn't it?
影の入り方がすごいナチュラルになってるの
Yeah,
が
they have also adjusted it so that the way that the lightning hits on the character is a lot more natural.
ではこのまま
はい。
So moving on,
水濡れ表現の今度はオブジェクト側を見ていきましょう
we are going to move on to the
生壁
object display.
はい。ありがとうございます。
So back to the actual camera,
エ
and
ムちゃ
they're
ん
going
そ
to
の
make
声
some
で喋ってると
adjustments.
乗るよあなたの声響くので
そうね。声通る族なんだね
めっ。ちゃ俺今何言ってるか聞こえてたんで乗るよ気をつけないと
マクロ4を実行。
入っちゃってく
こ
ださい
れだから入っていいですね。はい。
You hear the people working in the background.
So currently, I'm making adjustments. So please wait for a while.
ああ、なるほど。
The sound of the
By the way,
pens hitting the
just
desk.
to ask those who are watching the stream, everything is fine, right? Am I talking a bit too loud or too soft? Is the audio everything okay?
一応そうか
You're fine.
Yeah, I would like to apologize if I wasn't be responsive just now because my OBS settings was running a little bit weird.
では両画面
So
お願いします
hello everyone. Hello. Okay. Anyway, back to the game. Back to the stream. Sounds great. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
アメダプール
Oh, thank you. Thank you all.
なので
Thank you all.
これ
Okay.
左が
Anyway, back to the
はい
translation. Back to the interpretation for you.
なんですけど もう床を見ていただけると分かる通り
So you can
左はね、
see
なんとな
from
く
the
濡れ
ground.
た感じを一生懸命作ってたんですけども、右は
So they have
shit.
actually remade the rendering of how it looks like when the water splashes on the ground.
It's way more realistic.
だからまあ実際
Oh wow, they used the Lost City too. That's hilarious. That's
So you
awesome.
can see that how your character looks like during under the rain because
あとはね、
it's raining right now.
ライトの数とかも変わってる。
Lost City is literally the
and
perfect
you can
place to do
see
it.
that there are additions of how the
ラ
lightning
イト
hits.
の顔影響が少ないんで、はっきりは見えないんですけど。
It's always raining when you're over there
確かに
in the dungeon.
So you can see that there are additional amount of lightnings hitting on it, so that it looks a lot more different than what you have currently.
シェーダー変わってるのもあるから。
So you can see from the way that where Yoshipi circles his cursor,
この辺とかちょっと辛い
the textures and everything has been changed,
そうで
has
す
been
ね。
upgraded.
しかも揺れてるの分かります？
And can you see that it's actually
裏
wavering?
は揺れとる
They're fluttering, right? Yep. They flutter a lot more compared to 6.58.
こういうのはね、もちろん
Oh shit, they're not like sticks. I used to think they were like they were in place on purpose. I didn't realize they were supposed to waver.
So although you can see that 6.58, there the objects behind the background is still moving. You can barely see it, of course, but in 7.0 they apparently make power up how it moves and animates.
はい
The water, the way it hits the
Zoom out
surface
and
looks
let's,
better too.
A little bit.
こんな感
めっ
じ
ちゃ引いた状態
And the rain isn't. The rain is creating its
Camera a little
own
bit, and this is how it looks
blur.
like when
It's
you
not a
look from
blur
over.
that's enforced on
ね
the
なんとか
screen.
濡れた感じを出そう全面っていうか、ね、
So if you
右は
can,
ちゃんと
yeah, if you look at the screen, you can get to see how it looks like when the overall screen
影の精度を上げてることで
displays how the environment is getting wet.
出てるし、
when it was under the rain.
濡れてる実はそこまで湿ってないっていうのが、
The left side looks like a filter. The right side that looks like it's raining, but like and
So
whatever.
here you
But
get to see how much this has changed.
わかるかな。
yeah,
ここにちゃんと鏡面反射してるのわかるかな。
So I'm actually putting it at this direction. Do the viewers actually do the viewers actually see the reflection?
環境が反
It
射して
is.
る。
It might be a little bit vague, like a little bit not obvious, but you should be able to see the reflection.
ないんですけど、だから濡れた表現に対してさらにちゃんと環境マッピングを施してるっていう
So we have actually
になってます。
implemented a much higher volume of mapping
加減
in
しろ
contrast with
怒られた。
the changes of lightning that goes on when you actually tilted the camera.
はもう本当デザイナーが一生懸命ローテクも組み合わせて頑張ってたところをまあエンジニア
Yeah, they have also
ところもあ
the
るので
animation team as well as the graphics team work their best to actually incorporate low
も
mapping
うこの辺の
with
光
the lightings
光
and
源
all
の
to make
処
sure
理から
that
してももう全然今までの
to
見た目
make sure
とは違
that
う
the lighting process is a lot more dynamic
これしかもね最新の
compared to what you
ダンジョンじゃ
have
ない
currently.
確かに
アムダ
そうですねコアンムだ
コアムダ市街ハードなんで、まあこういう過去のコンテンツというかに関しても恩恵が非常に大きいですよっていうのと地道に実はさっきの、2.0 エリアの、
はい
床フィールドの床とかは BG 班エンバイロメント班が手の空いてるタイミングでコツコツですね、
は
せっかくグラ上がるんだから変えとこう変えとこうって言って
あこれは大変
7.0 以降じっくりでいいよって言ってたんですけど
Yep, the one that's showing right now is Underpost, so it's actually an old dungeon. But
いわゆる ID とかちょっと別ですけ
when
ど
the background
フィールド
team
の床
as well as the
面は
graphics team
一応
working on
70
upgrading the textures and graphics,
手を入
they
れて
went really gung ho about it. It's like, oh, yeah, considering that we are upgrading the graphics, why not we go all the way in and change what we could to make it even better? And this is the result.
また全然違って見えるんじゃないかなと
確かに
はい思いますので、
スクリーンショット撮りがいがあります
はい。あとはね、この
This
装備
will
は
make
どうしても
capturing
数
screenshots
が
a
あ
lot
まりにも
more
多いって
worth
いう
it.
のと当然その種族に合わせたスケール対応していかなきゃいけないので、7.0というかグラフィックスアップデート対応されている過去の装備とされてない装備っていうのがまあ混在しているので、
はい
ちょっと
So
その点だ
please
け
note that
ご注意ください。
during 7.0, considering that they are upgrading the scales as well as the way the costumes look like on different races, please note that there are equipments where
あ素材なんですよ
it will be implemented with you know the graphics update kind of update
もちろん
in 7.0, but there are also old equipments or some equipments that won't be implemented where the textures won't where upgraded textures and such won't be implemented for now. They will upgrade all of the equipments eventually.
ちゃんとマージするようになってるので、
あー
これめちゃくちゃ青空とちょっと青みがかる。
Okay, so old equipment's not gonna get an upgrade, but new equipment will get an upgrade. Got it. Okay, fine. That's fine.
Yeah, Yoshipi has also described how much the lighting has lighting from the environment has effect on the costume.
It's like God
Therefore,
knows
the
how
gear
many.
will also reflect the
items,
environment
yeah.
better. If it was clear sky, there will be a hint of blue.
濡れてるところの光り方とか。
本当だ
For example.
あとそうだ、指のポリゴン増えました。
わ
So another change is that you can see that there are additional polygons on the fingers.
ほうほうほう
They have increased the polygons on the Lalafel's fingers, apparently.
Wait, what?
As well as the toes, apparently.
しぐれっていうお声多かったんですけど、ちゃんと足せる分だけ足したんで。
Apparently, they also got players' requests regarding that, so they have done their best to add as many polygons on their fingers and toes, as much as they can be.
その辺もね細かく見て。
Probably because they're playing Lalafelds, and it's just something that they noticed about their characters.
And, you know, observe how much the details have, you know.
And if you're playing with the same character all the time, you're like you notice things that bother you.
退出してはい行って。
Right, moving back to the actual camera, and they're going to switch places again and preparing for the next
続
one.
いてはマクロの5を実行しましょう。
ご覧の放送はファイナルファンタジー14プロデュースされたライブです
Foxconn is re-announcing that the stream that you're watching right now is the producer from the Letter Life. For those who just came in, etc.
まあじわじわ変わりますか
あそうですか。
ら。はい。そのまま正解に帰ってもろてって言われてる。
Apparently, there are stream comments saying that we want the graphics graphics update
こち
implementation
らは
now.
現在ですね、イルメグに来ております。
はいイルメグで
5.0
Now, we move back to the in-game footage. Now, this is ILMAC.
違うな
頑張ってるんですよ、本当に。6.5
The bump mapping, the rocks bump mapping.
They really did their best on this one. You can see the difference of the ground, and it's like night and day.
まあそのままちょっと。
Yeah, they look like actual rocks, and that's just
Now they're going to zoom out a bit. Well, not really zoom up a bit. They're going to zoom out.
そうそう、
Yeah.
ホイールで。
はい
はい。
あまた細かさが全然
いや
違いますね
違うんですよ、やっぱり大きくじゃないとテクスチャーサイズ的に賄えなかったんですけど、もう解像度上がったことによって細かく割れるようになったので。
So they really need to zoom out as much as possible to see the full extent of how much the texture has been upgraded.
ではちょっと行きましょうか。
So yeah, let's move on, shall we?
そうそう、もうちょっと左かなカメラ。
So let's have the camera move on
そうそう
on
そう
the left
オレ
and
ンジ
tilt
の
slightly upwards.
やつを目指してちょっと歩いていきましょう。
So from there, let's take a walk to see how much this has changed.
このもう遠目から見ても密度違うもんね。
本当です
So you can actually see from far, you can see how much the density has changed.
いやうん。
Yeah, you can.
難しいな。
The difference is just night and day. Oh wow.
咲いてた
Yeah,
と
there. Yeah,
いや
differences there. It's just
いや
like,
何回も言うけど頑張ってたんですよ。マジで頑張ってた。
I will have to repeat this again and again, Yoshipi says. Yeah, we really worked very hard on it.
鮮やかになりましたね。
Yeah, you can see that now it's really colorful.
光の影響やっぱり草木って薄いので、
はい
その無機物じゃないし、
はいはいはいはい。
なので光を基本透過するんですよね。やっぱ本来は。
うんうんうん。
So originally the lighting itself doesn't really hit on the object very well. Currently what it does is that when there's light and it shines through an object, it just passes by instead of properly reflecting it.
入って
So in 7.0, they are going to fix this to make sure that it properly it reflects properly with the lighting.
Lens flare.
When you know walk through the when you walk through the flowers, you can see that the flower sort
See that
of
lens
flutters
flare?
left and right properly according to the physics.
Is that lens flare in 6.8?
And you can also see that the jaggedness as well as the dotted feeling of the right is absent. So it looks less like a jagged flower and more like a proper one. And when you keep on moving in further, you can get to see how much the difference has changed. Oh wow, the left one doesn't even move at all. Oh dear. Oh well, originally we wanted the game to look like how it is on the right, but we just couldn't do it. Now we actually managed it.
でこのちょっと遠目を見てもらったときに、そうですね、もうちょっと左にカメラだけでいい。
So adjusting the camera. Yep, asking the Foxconn to adjust the camera a bit.
フォグのまたかかり具合がこれね同じ天候にしてあるんですけど、遠目に対してのあれどうした？
Choose a Windows desktop.
どうして？フルスクリーンじゃなかった。
これ何をしたらちょっとすいません。何をしたらこうなるの？
あら。
なんか Windows ボタンかなんか押した。戻らないよ。
Yep. Foxconn needs some tech support. Yeah. He needs some technical support.
フルスクリーンさシステム
メディック。
フルスクリーンや。画面が反応しない？
Oh no, they did a great job. The graphics up there.
Yep. Sorry. Foxconn is having some technical difficulties.
Software development is hard. Game development is no exception.
You're amazing as ever, Ilona. Thank you very much. Thank you.
I would argue that game development in some ways might be even harder.
Yep. Since that this has been fixed, so we'll go back to the in-game screen.
抜け感という意味では左の方があるんですけど、本来リーダーランでやりたかったこの幻想的な雰囲気ってこの右側のね、こういう雰囲気。
Yeah, they actually wanted to do a much more fantasy feel like the one that's shown in the right. But they couldn't manage it at the time.
この辺まではまだ全部ねアップデートしきれないので、この辺も余力があるときにちょっとずつ変えてはいくと思いますけど。
So just to let you know that when 7.0 is released, the environment won't look like what it is shown in 7.0 for now, but they will eventually make it look like what it is on the right. So it's an eventual update. It will be updated eventually.
Wait, so on release it's not gonna look like that?
So that's all there is for EOMAC. Going back to the actual camera.
So once it's released, it's not going to look like that.
Yep, we really wanted to have a sort of mysterious feeling with the fog that you can see here. That's true. Yeah, they well, technology restrictions in the past. So it won't even be ready for launching? Not really. It's more like they are implementing the changes one by one. So I have no idea what Yoshi-P meant by they're going to implement it gradually here.
言われましたけど、僕のあれですよ、肌の解像度は落ちる一方ですけど。まず、
So moving on to in-game.
アンチエリアスというもののグラフィックステクノロジーのお話をちょっとしますが。
So they are going to talk about anti-aliasing.
なんだかわかります？
よく聞きますね。
アンチエリアス。
So Yoshi-P is asking if you guys are aware what anti-aliasing is.
Not the specifics of it now.
そうそうそう、ギザギザをなくす。すごいね、わかりやすい今コメントをいただきまし
To have to close caption.
So yeah,
annoying me.
the anti-aliasing is a feature that does away the jaggedness as well as the jagged
た。まあどうしても
the so-called zigzagging textures, the zigzagging outline you see in video
ですけ
games.
ど、それをレンダリング技術を使って滑らかに見せるっていうのがアンチエリアス。
So yeah, anti-aliasing is some sort of a technology that makes the object rendered smooth to look like it's smooth instead of looking like a very
かつ遠くのものってやっぱり精度がちょっと
jagged zigzagging stuff,
のもあって、
which I'm lacking a better way of describing it right now in
配信
live.
でですね、じわじわジャギジャギこうなんか動いてもいないはずなのに動いてないかっていう感じわかります？
So Yoshi-P is wondering that if you realize that current, do you actually see the jaggedness when the whole thing is rendered at a distant view?
No,
So that when
because
you look at a far object that is located very far away, and when the animation
今ですね、
moves, it looks like there is this jaggedness on it. This will occur if you do not put in any anti-aliasing in the game right now.
今
Now, they are going to show you what happens when I change it.
FXAA ってありますよね。
See, you see in the system config where the FXAA is included in here.
で、ちょっと待ってね。これここの移動
I
の
have
ちらつきね、この今 FXAA かけた状態で、
So you can see that the FXAA has been applied to
この
the
草木が
objects
どれぐらいさらに
placed on the
ちらつ
distant
く
view.
かを
ははは
見てもらっていいですか？
奥の木に皆さんご注目ください。
すっごいジラジラするのわかります？
ね、
めっちゃジラジラするじゃないですか。
Can you see how much
わかりま
this
す。
flickers
わかりますよね。
when you move your character? When can you see the tree?
木ですよ。
この木。
Can you see the tree is like flickering as you move?
そうそう、なんかすごいジラジラする。細かいものであれば
Oh, shit.
わかりやすいんですけど。
wait,
わかり
So
ます。
as you move even further away, you can see how much the flicker is evident when you look at the
ち
tree.
ょっと待ってね。
はい。
さらにアンチエリアスの方法が2個増えました今回。
ほ
Now
I don't
we
see
have
it.
added
I don't see it actually.
additional
When it comes to the tree,
今まで、今まさに FA。
う。
up till now you can only
ちょっと待って。
enable either
Yeah.
anti-aliasing or just disable anti-aliasing, but we have added two new options
仕
into
方
it.
ない。
神の前に現れるとは何
Yeah,
事か。
sorry, the insects is a bit annoying, so we are going to make
お前
it
じゃないん
disappear.
だ。お前のチラチラじゃないんだ。
Yeah, we are not going to look at you being
これ
flickering
がです
around.
ね、まず2つあるうちの1つ。
Now we have two new options.
yeah, the insects were the only thing that I saw that were flickering.
TSC MAA. So the AA represents
わかります
anti-aliasing.
ここのジラジラ
Can you
困
see
る
the
の
difference on the tree right now?
ちょっと見比べてみてください。
そうね。
変えますから。
はい、皆さん奥の木に注目ですよ。
FXA
はい。
チラ
So
ついてる
can
の
you
わかります
see the difference when we put
で、
in
今変えますよ。
FXAA option and switch it to TSC MAA
に変え
option?
ますね。
Can you look? Can you see how much the tree has changed?
ちらつかなくなったのわかります？
I
Do
cannot.
you,
I
do you
cannot.
realize that the flickering has gone? The flickering disappears?
お、止まったことにお気づきの方もいらっしゃる。はいはいはい。
かつ
かつ、
ですね、これ
Yeah, apparently some people has realized that the flickering is gone.
ほぼないのわかります？
So now as you move, can,
さっきめっ
did
ちゃ
you realize that the flickering on the tree is gone?
そうですね。お、よかったよかった。あ
むしろ
る程度
透け感
伝わってる。
が出るぐらいだよね。
そうですね。
So you can see that the tree is starting to get blurred as you move away.
あ、動いた方がわかりやすい。
動いた方がわかりやすい。
Apparently it looks evident. It looks obvious as you move.
さらに、
はい
君
I don't see what he's talking about.
Oh, sorry
復活し
about
てしまっ
来ないでよ。
is hindering Yoshi-P, so they're going to make the bugs disappear. Poor them.
もう一個ですね。こちら
So
は
another one here.
Windows 版と Mac 版にのみもう一個追加されてます。
はい。
これ
This option will
Windows と
only be available
Mac
in
のみ
Windows and
あります
Mac
が
version. There is another new
少
option
しちらつくん
called
で
the
すけど、止まってる時
TSCMA plus jittering camera.
止まってる時は
This
ちょっとやっぱり
will
ジラジラがある。
Yeah, this jittering camera
止まる。
will show a little jitter, a little jitter on the tree,
原稿だと
as well as the flickering effect on the tree as well. So the TSC-MAA
なるほど。
ただ
is the
移
option
動中
without
の
seeing the
ジラスト
flickering
の中
effect,
はこれが一番なんです
but the one with the jittering camera will show a slightly little jitter effects as well as a flicker effect.
まあこれアンチエイリアスの手法なので、
はい。
まあ PC 版特にお使いの方はちょっと好みで
なるほどなるほど。
選んでほしい。これってやっぱりこの
So,
3D
Regardless of whether you choose FXAA and TSC-MAA, all of them are anti-aliasing options, but
3D のこの空間を
Yoship wants the PC players to have more options in choosing their graphic
画
preferences.
面がすごい細かくこうちらつくみたいなところ。
Yeah, so if you actually put FXAA, you see that the jitterness as well as the
なんていうんだろう。全
how
体
do
の
you
ソ
put
フ
it?
トさみたいなところが
flickering effect on the tree is evident when you put the FXAA as
ちょ
you
っと
move.
試せる方は
なるほど。
But when you switch it to
試
TSC-MAA,
してみてもらいたい。
I hope I'm getting the pronunciation correctly. I'm starting to get
なん
confused.
だ
That
お使いのね、例えば PC 環境の
yeah,
スペッ
the
クに応じてどれ使うみたいな
TSMCMAA
の
will
もちろんある
will do
ね
away the jittery as well as the flickerness of the camera of the
なるほ
animation.
どぜひぜひ
お好みに合わせて
はい
ってことですね
や。ってみてください。
はい。
So if you are interested in fiddling the options, please play around once the game comes out.
なんとなくわかりました。大丈夫ですか？
I can know what you guys are
So,
talking about.
this explanation might seem a little bit confused to the stream viewers here, so hopefully you guys understand what I'm trying to convey.
Yeah.
次。ちょっと待ってね。次はね。
Anyway,
説明をします。
I want to apologize because I'm not much of an expert in this field. So if I think game developers would understand this more so than my explanation.
次の場所へ移動しております。
So I apologize if I couldn't convey this very well.
ゾディアン
Sorry guys. Sorry. I hope that I'm actually conveying this properly to all of you guys here.
はい。
はあはあ
Anyway, the next thing they will talk about will be shadows. Well, preparing.
次の場所へ移動しておりますので少々お待ちください。はい、切り替え OK になったらお知らせください。
はい。
Doing great. Thank you very much. Hopefully, this explanation is clear to you guys.
ゾディー
Because
羽は重い
I'm just trying to translate things based on what he says
では
without having extensive knowledge about the matter.
はい、7.0 画面をお願いします。はい、出ました。
次はですね、ここのソフトシャドウっていうものの説明をします。
So from here, they're going to introduce one new graphics option called soft shadow.
ね、影はね、
木の影を
テクスチャー
Soft
解
shadow
像度が上がったんで、めっちゃくっきり出るようにはなったんですよ。
確か
これ。
はいはいはい。木の影ですね。
So I have to play with my settings a lot when I start the game
So
up.
please
Let me run the
pay
benchmark
attention
first.
to
Hold
the
on.
shadow
ちょっとジャギジャ
that's
ギだ
on
った
the ground.
ね今
Let me run the benchmark first.
So when you look at here, you can
この
see
ソ
that
フトシャドウって何かっていう
it's
と、
pretty jagged.
パラメータ
The
ーが
shadows
追
are
加さ
looking
れ
very
ていて、
jagged.
強くってやると、
So if you put the soft shadow to
わ
stronger,
かります
you can see that the shadows are starting to blur a
ぬるくな
little.
ったように見えるじゃないですか。
はい。
So it looks a lot more blurry, softer.
で、
Maybe that's the word.
最高にすると、
And when you
あれ
put
これボケてないって
maximum,
思いません？
はいはい
the
はい。
shadow will look like it's actually blurred out.
でも実際のところ
This is
実は
the stronger setting in the soft shadow.
物理的にはこれが正しい。
なるほど。
Yeah, that's pretty good
So-
actually.
と
Physical wise, this is actually the correct way to render the shadow.
Right, 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 right.
地面との
No, I see
こ
what
の
you're saying.
影を作ってる
They look like lines. They look
地
like
面が距離が近い方が
more blobby on the
くっきり見えるん
floor,
ですよ。
like real
だからこの
shadows.
木の幹見ていただければ
So Yoshipi is trying to explain why the shadow is actually the proper way to
で
render
も
things.
地面の距離から遠ざか
Because
っている
according
木
to
の
physics,
幹の
when
先
the
の方
shadow
にボケて
is
るの
near
が
to the
わかります
object,
か？
obviously the shadow, the shadow that is
葉っぱ
displayed
に
should
関して
be
は当然
the
この
one
木の
that is
幹
actually
よ
shown on
り
the screen right
は
now.
るかにこう高い位置にあるので
そうですね
地面との距離がすご
So
く遠いわけ
the
ですね。
the further the object be, the shadow is supposed to be more blurred out
わかります。
and
なの
supposed
で
to be
こ
much
れ
more
が
softer.
実際に皆さんが普段日常生活で見ている影の 物理処理に
This will require you to understand how it works if you observe how the shadows work in real life.
シャドウちゃんと、地面の座標とその影を発生させるオブジェクトの距離を見て、影の精度を変えるっていう処理を弱くすると
Now,
めっちゃくっ
what
きり
they have done to this update is that they are applying
これね
the
比較が
so-called
すごいわかりやすいはず
a much more physics that makes
ただ
sense
くっきり
that is
はっきり
supposed
が
to
いいん
be
だよ
how
っていう
it
人も
looks like
い
in
る
real
とは
life
思うんで
into the game
その
itself.
場合はもうこっち使っていただいてもいいただこれちょっと注意があってさすがにこの影のソフトシャドウの処理って結構重たいのもあって使えるのは Windows
This should look closer to what you're
基
saying in real
盤だけコンフィグができるようになってますで PlayStation 5はこの最高っていう状態でできるだけ自然なソフトシャドウにすれるようにしてあるのでちょっとそういった形でいくつかのやっぱり環境違いによっていじれるスイッチ使える使えないっていうのはちょっとあるのでそこはご自身の環境でこのシステムコンフィグもこのシステムコンフィグの中のグラフィック設定も各プラットフォームによって設定できる項目が違ってくるのでそこは申し訳ないんですけど
However, there is one thing to note here. Okay, if you are playing this game on Windows or Mac, this option will be available for you. As in, you can actually set the soft shadow to either weak by default or the strongest. PS5 has already has the soft shadow implemented by default. But some platforms might not have the same option available. So please ensure that the environment that you are playing at has this option available. By the way, the one they are showing right now is the PC, Windows and Mac version. That's why the soft shadow has 3 different options for you, available for you. The PS5 already has the soft shadow implemented at its highest by default.
はいもう 7.0 インストールしたらこの状態
So just to let you know that in the system config graphic settings, depending on the platform that you play on, the settings and options may vary. This applies to every shadow you're seeing in the game. Anyway, just a summary. Okay. What Yoshi P has explained is, in a nutshell, the closer an object at its shadows are, the more firm the lines are. The leaves are obviously much further away, so they naturally blur out a little bit more. So this should look closer to what you're seeing, or what you're seeing, or what you observe in real life. So the technique that they're implementing here does consider the distance between where the shadow is coming from and where it's landing on. So which is basically what the soft shadow is trying to achieve. I'm already seeing people being concerned about the GPUs. Well, you have the benchmark tomorrow. The benchmark will be released tomorrow, and you'll be able to check the options and check it, out yourself. This is what we are implementing this option for you. So if your graphic card is not really capable of rendering in such a quality, then you might want to consider upgrading your GPU, maybe. Right, the feature that I'm going to show next is only limited to a few places. Not every single area will have this feature for now.
ね、いろいろまずいんですよ。まずいんで、ちょっとまずいんで、こうマジで。
今回の衣装の誤算はこの各種羽が動くとどんどん飛び散っていくっていう。
そう床にね、
そう
すごい
ゾディデリの痕跡が。
でもね、私もドラゴンクエストモンスターバトルロードをやっていた時に、親しい友人に魔界からの使者ダリーっていうのがいたんですけど。彼もよくファーを巻いてたんですけど、赤い通った後にね赤いファーがよく落ちてる。では、
Frostcon is just commenting about his cosplay. Yeah, the feathers doesn't really stick to the costume, and it peels out or something.
じゃあ 7.0 画面をお願いします。
これはですね、波なんですけど、
So what you're looking here is a sea.
テクスチャーを複数枚重ねて、なんとかテクニックの組み合わせで波っぽく見せるっていうのをやってたんですけど、 まあ、今回シェーダーで本当にちゃんと流体波のシミュレーションができるようになったので、まだちょっとね使う場所ってもちろん限定的ではあるんですけど、こういった環境自体のリアルさっていうところもまあできるように。そうね。
So in this feature, we are showing the waves pattern now.
一歩でも変えたら
This apparently relates to the
シナリオチー
texture.
ムにやられるんで俺。
はい、という非常に
変えられないですもう
センシティブな場所からお送りしております。
センシティブな場所なんで
Yeah, they have been able to actually display the textures of the wave a lot better than before. But however,
本当ですよ。
this feature is only limited to several places for now. It won't be implemented for all of the seas and the waves that you see around the game.
So you won't be able to see it in Leviathan to do
いわ
Leviathan.
ゆる新スタンダーローンのゲームでやれてるようなところっていうのも徐々にですがまあ
We are able to show the waves pattern now. Where is this? Oh, apparently people were asking where is Yoshida standing right now. Top secret.
普通にあれ
Sorry,
てないね
they're not gonna tell you where this place is.
あれないとこうならないからさ今なんか波
Yeah,
の処理
I'm sorry, this place will not be shown to you. You can only see what you can see right now.
この波荒れた海みたいなの
The scenario team will apparently be very mad at UCP if they just tilt the camera a little.
あるんですけど
Solution 9? Yeah, maybe. This is going to be solution 9.
地面が微動だにしてないからこれは船じゃないなっていう推測とかするやついいんだよ今
Oh, apparently the stream comments are making a lot of predictions right now. This is not a ship, isn't it? Yeah, it is not a ship.
波です波。
What you're looking at is not at a ship. You are looking at the waves, the sea waves. So please pay attention to the sea waves instead.
もう怖いから
本当ですよ。
ゾディ
はい、生カメにしていただいて。
Now we are going back to the actual camera. No more, no more, no more, no more.
まさに
はい。
柵壊れるとか言い出す
まだご覧いただくものありますね。
あります
はい。では次の場所に今移動してもらってますので少々お待ちください。
これがもしかしたら一番わかんねないかもな
見せ方もね、
見せ方もむずいんですよねこれ
高難度。
The next feature that they are going to show is slightly a little harder to convey, but they are going to do their best to convey it as clearly as possible.
シートこのぐらいにした方がいくかもしかしてもういいですよ
いいですか。じゃあ70画面お願いします。はい。
Now moving on to the in-game footage.
様子ですが。はいはい。お、ほいほい。
いけるか
はい。こちらのララ NPC に近づいておりますが、すごいいいところに来た気がする。
これ今までと実は違う場所がございます。
お分かりいただけただろうか。さあ、
お分かりいただけるだろうか。
イケメンじゃない。それはそこじゃないです。
柵じゃない。
柵じゃないですね。
Closing in on the NPC. Oh well, the NPC looks cute though.
じゃないです。
お、目って言ってる。目って言ってる。さあ、目の何でしょう。
Oh, someone is
出た。
looking
眼球動いてる。
eyes.
そうなんです。これ
Oh, apparently the stream comments got it correctly. It's about the eyeballs, the eyeballs moving.
というこれ人間もそうなんですけど実は、眼球って人間こう目線の位置を固定していてこう自分はね全く眼球動かしてる意識はないし絵もぶれないんですよ。なのに実は眼球ってピクピクこう動くんですね。
実は。
Yep. So Yoshibi is explaining that the eyeballs, even like as we normal humans looking at the straight line, even though if we do not move our eyeballs consciously, the eyeballs actually moves unconsciously.
なんだろう。視線の位置が変わるわけじゃないんですよ。
So it's not about our eye gaze change here or there, but our eyeballs move naturally, even though if we do not consciously move our eyes.
人が動揺した時、こう目が泳ぐっていうじゃないですか。なので、
So there's a lot of expression in English saying that the eyeball moves, and in Japanese they say mega oyoku means your eyes are swimming
目
around
の演
and
技
all that.
の邪魔に下手するとなるので、それと止めてます。あとグルポ、グループポーズの時に 動かれると、
はい
なんかいや
確か
なるからグループも止まります。
That actually this feature is already exists in the game. They just disabled it, especially during G
遊
pose
んでる時のパブリックフィールドでの
and some cutscenes because they do not want to make people feel that wow something is off
動いてます。
because they cannot control it
こ
you know
こにいないと
automatically
誰
and
も
all
気
that.
づいてくれないと思うんで、いるって言われたら必須ではないと思うんだけど、
たださっきもありましたけど、こういうのの積み重ねでこうより生き生きとした世界になっていくんだよ。
世界っていうのはまあ本当例えば景観カメラにしていて、
はい
ぼーっと街中でしてる時に、まあ、いろんな人が映るじゃないですか。
はいはいはい。
その時に、まあ、キャラとキャラがこう会話
Anyway,
してるところを
just a
ちょ
recap.
っと見た時
Okay,
に
the
目がね
things that you see
その
when
揺れてる
when you look at
みたいな
the
ところ
NPC right
が
now,
また
you
その
notice that the eyeballs are actually moving.
まあなんかそういう細かいこだわりがね
the eyes
また世界
that
を
move,
作っていくっていう
You know, might influence the cutscenes, so this is off by default.
まあこれはこだわり
In
で
G pose as well, because they do not want your character to end up like
皆さん
it doesn't look
発見をしてて
what I wanted when I captured the moment.
あーそうですね。
So the eyeballs moving is also disabled in G pose. This is just a little detail that the dev team like to add, and it only happens during your normal gameplay.
今回は
Do we actually need it? Not really. It's arguable that you might not need it, but the dev wanted to implement it, so they actually implemented it. These little details create the world, so I just wanted to show this because otherwise you might not have noticed.
あと川の質感もそうですね。で、
Yeah, the same also applies to skin
ちょっと一
texture.
旦ここ
I didn't know about the eyeball thing. I had no clue.
をやろうと思うんだけど、
ほうどうしました？
ちょっと
生仮面しますか？
And you can also see that the textures on the gear change a lot, like leather.
何をす
For
るの
example.
かな？
And Yoshipi is apparently having an idea of trying to show
聞
something,
いて
but
るやつと違うことが起ころうとしている気がする。
あれこれってさ、
apparently,
プラスなんだよね。
not even Foxconn has any idea of what he's going to show.
もうこれさ嘘でしょ。なんかおかしいなと思ったら、あそういうことね。文字の問題でしょ。文字の問題でし
Foxconn is afraid
ょ。
that Yoshipi is going
ま
off
だ
script.
映さないでくださいね。
Off script.
まだね絶対ダメです。
おお。
Is he?
Yeah, not showing the in-game footage until Yoshipi says he's ready.
これ絶対もう台本にもなくザーザーするやつなんですけど、
ほんまや。
ちょっと
ほんまや
待ってね。いやでもね、
はい
これはねこの前チェックを終えたんですけど全体の、めっちゃ良かった
あそんなお気に入りが。
めっちゃ良かったんでここを紹介したいなって言ったのチームに。
え
そしたらまあじゃあそれまでになんとかしときますよみたいな感じだったん
え。
で、
ほうほうほう。
あやべ映ってはいかんやつもいるけど、古くから14をご存知の方はですね、テストで置いてあるキャラクターが、
はい
なぜかモーグリキャップをかぶった
あーはいはいはいはい。
そういう人たちがまだちょっといるんですけど
So apparently this is a feature that Yoshipi really likes after finishing checking on the matter, and he asked him whether he can
なんでしょうね
introduce it
私
on
にはど
stream.
こもダメに見えるんですけ
And
ど。
the team says, well, if you want to introduce this feature, sure you can, but we will have to get it ready and presentable by
す
then.
ごいよくできてるんだ
So
理由よ。まあそうでしょうけど。
ス
yeah.
タッフのね頑張りをね
はい。
ちゃんと
And the reason why Yoshipi wanted to show this off because he really wanted
こ
to
こはそう
make sure that the developers are appreciated the work that they put into upgrading the graphics.
この角度だったら大丈夫かな。あんまよくない。あよし行こ
じゃあ 7.0 のカメ
Right?
ラお願いします。
Looks like he's ready, so let's go.
まあ綺麗。
Wow, that's a really beautiful
う。
place.
もう誰にも言わずこれ、トライオラなんですけど、
This is Torayora,
ほう。季節して
one of the new areas in 7.0.
ちょっと待ってよ。まだね、雲だけまだ微調整中だった。
は
So they're still going to slightly
わ
adjust
か
the
ります
clouds
このオブ
from
ジェク
here
トの
on.
詰まり具合。
うん。なるほどね。
Did you
それを見せたかっ
notice
た。
the way the objects are placed?
この植生の密度と
確かに密度高いです
ユ
ね。
ニークなね。
And when you look at the density of the plants,
お空綺麗いただきました。
oh, we received a string comment saying that the skies are pretty.
この辺もさ、
こ 恐る恐るのカメラワ
This guy's
ー
pretty.
クがすごい緊張感が伝わってきます。
You can see
こうちょっ
Yoshi
と
P
日
is
差しが強くて
being nervous when he
こう
tilts the
影
camera.
の雰囲気も
あ、そうですね。
今までちょっと出せなかった感じなんで、
Yeah, when you look at the pillar,
そうですね。
the texture of the pillar and all that was something that they couldn't
どこ
actually
までもオブジェクトが
create
ね、
はいはいはい
in
はい。
previous
全部
expansions, but
いける範囲しか
they
描画
managed
さ
to
れてない
actually create
いける
the
範囲なん
pillar
で
of
これ
it.
円形ではない、
はい
この辺も実際に歩いていけるので、これは結構いいと思うんだ僕は。
For the places on top, you can
あとは
actually
そのさっき説
explore
明
when
した
you get the
ソフトシャドウ
game. So
この建物本体の影はくっ
and
き
you
りなん
can
ですけ
also
ど、
see the
へり
soft
高い
soft
位置にある
shadow
こう
that
いう
was
ものに
introduced
関しては
just now. You can see it
なるほど
applied over here.
怖い怖い怖いよ怖いよ。
Ah, scary, 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 scary. Are we actually?
緊張感。
ほら
うわー遠くに何か。なるほど。
We can see something is at the back.
ちょっと待ってよちょっと待ってよ。
I'm not supposed to go there. I'm not supposed to go there. Oh my, oh my.
あ、なんかテント街が続いておりますね。
It seems that it's connected to the next portion of the city.
大丈夫かな
Is it okay? Can we show
みん
more?
ななんかね、
Can-
ご
can we
覧の
actually show
皆さんが逆に気にしだしてますよ。おわーすごい。
Oh,
ちゃ綺麗
changing
だ
to
ね
night.
すごい。
Whoa, look,
神の
it
力によ
it
り
turns
夜
into
が
night.
訪れます
Isn't it amazing?
ほら
おい
Wait, look at that. Oh my.
これもうライトの今回処理をより最適化してライトめ
We
っちゃ
have
受ける
actually
ようになったんで
optimized the lighting display
この情緒
and make it
はね
even
抜群に出てます。新しい
Yeah,
地
and you can
域
see the
新しい
effect has
特有
been
の
done
文献ってところ
marvelously.
はすごい出せてるんで、こういうところはちょっと注目してほしい。
今もう
うん
ダメです。私見て思ったことを言っていいことなのかどうかがわからないから「ほえー」しか言わないことに今決めました。ね、確かに観光地感ありますね。
It's true. This looks like a place that you can actually,
なんかね
you know,
向こう
visit.
側にいる開発がめっちゃ
for vacation.
ざわついてんだよな。ザーザーザーザーしてんだよな。
Yeah, apparently the teams are
ちょっと一瞬だけ
the team is making some noises behind the scenes.
多分
So
見せて
we are
大丈夫
going
な
to
場所
move back to the actual camera.
あ、ちょっともう一回いいですよ。
大丈夫ですか。はい、じゃあゲームお願いし
Yeah,
ます。
you can see that the dev team is getting really nervous at the background.
明るいところにしたんで、もうちょっと日差しが強い感じになってますけど、こんなですね。真っ青。
うん。
Yep. As you can see, this is how it looks like during the
この
day.
辺のねオブジェクトの
It's really the skies are really
こだわ
blue,
りとかはね、ぜひ見てあげてほしい。
and you can see how much how much better the distance, the view at the distance has been rendered. Apparently the teams are getting noisy, so we will have to go
い
back
や
to
見せたいん
the
だよ。
actual
み
camera.
んなめっちゃ頑張ってるんだよ。
Yoshipi really wanted to show the fruits or you know the efforts that the dev
あん
team
な見
has
せたいって言って
invested
る場所にこんな遠くからしか見せられないの
in
ね。
this
非
city,
常
but
に違いないですよ
too bad.
皆さんね。
あーこっちじゃない
completely restrained and limited
どれ
by
だどれだどれだ
marketing.
まあね、そうですよね。この時期はまあでもそうなんですよ。何見ても楽しみ、盛り上がる。
そうなんです。
Foxclone comments that Yoshipi really wanted to show what he wants to show.
場所を選定しております。
And Yoshipi says, yes, a lot of work has been done to this. I really need to make sure that everyone can see this.
ほうほうほう。はあ。すごいリアクション動画のようになってますけど。
ちょっと待ってね。
はい。ほう。
Now getting ready for another one.
ああ、そう。あ。大丈夫ですか。
いやーいいんじゃねえか。
おお。
よし行くか。
ほい。
Foxclone,
じゃ
are
あ
you sure
ゲーム
this can be
画面
shown?
お願いします。
Foxclone, Yoshipi, yeah, sure, why not? I think they can be shown. Whoa!
まあ
いい眺め。
うん。どうにかこうにか頑張れば来れる場所。
あ、なるほど。
うん。
This is a place where if you work yourselves hard, you will be able to reach this part.
出せるように。
Yeah, look at the distant view. This is amazing.
ほら。
You'll be able to reach this place if you give it a
なん
try.
かそうですね。
みんなめちゃくちゃね、この上とかもね、いけそうだよね。
ああ
いけそうよね。
いけそうですね。
そうよね。
There's like some place that you can actually access if you try.
そうですよね。
So,
まあというわけで、
はい
大変順調に、進んでおりますので、
よかったよかった。
yeah,
これぐらい
you
に
can
しない
see
と
that the
マジで怒られる
tower at a distant view is something that you can also
まあ
climb.
もう怒られるんじゃないかと。
Anyway, that's all we can show for this part. So if we show even more, the dev team is going to get mad at me.
そのこの街を担当したスタッフと、高柳さんには見せたいなっていう話を
希望を述べただけですか。
ちらっとしたら「いやいいですよ、じゃあ
なるほど
その場でにじゃあ置いときますね」みたいなこと言ったんだけど、いやそんなののために無理して置かなくてもいいよって言ったら本当に置いてなかった。
Yep, Yoshipi is really requesting the dev team to allow him to show this on stream.
ああ、
So that the dev team is like, yeah, if you want to show it, yeah, here's the footage.
それはいいですね。
ここだけ
あ、それいいですね。大丈夫ですか。
これならやべえの映ってないいいよね、
はい
大丈夫。
なるほどな。
はい。
あ、なるほどね。
あなるほど。
いい考えです。
はいはい
はい。じゃあ、
じゃあ
いきますよ。画面お願いします。
Right, looking at the next one.
まあこれトライアルの中のオブジェクトなんですけど、
Yeah, this is the object placement you can see in Yok Toral.
もうローポリブドウなどないっていう。
And then, yeah, they are afraid that some streams comments will be commenting there's no low poly grids.
はいはいはいはい。
今までボケボケしたただなんか小汚い袋だったと思うんですけど、
袋感、確かに朝感ありますね。
だから
But it
本
does
当に
give
こういうものを
a
一個一
feeling
個
of
の
it's
質感
morning.
っていうのもめちゃくちゃ上げてありますの
And you can
で、
see that most of the objects here have seen a
こういっ
bump
たとこ
in
ろ
the
もね、
quality,
見
the
てあげて
texture
い
quality
た
as
だ
well.
けると大変ありがたい
So
です。
it will be appreciated if you can actually take a
足跡
deeper look when the game is out.
怖っ。
で俺後ろからサクってやられる可能性があるんでちょっとじゃあ画面を戻してもらっていいですか。
はい、生画面してください。
It seems that he's afraid of screwing up, so back to the actual camera again.
安全地帯に移動していただいて。
あ前を通ってたりもします。
あ
やっぱダメだなここ。
よくないな。
よくないな。
はい。ちょっとランダム発言をする NPC とかちょっと許せないんで、ちょっと退出していただいて。
危ねえ。
ボソッとした独白が危ねえだった時は本当に危ないんだなってことですね。
では最後というか。
はい。
So it seems that the next one they're going to show is the last one.
ちらちら出てたりもまあするんですけど、
はい
グラフィックススケールアップっていう項目がね追加されてるんで、
はい
そこを
Apparently,
ちょっと
this is a
実機だけじゃ
new
なくて
feature, the graphic scale
パワ
up.
ポも使って説明して
They are going to use a
はい、お願いします。
PowerPoint to explain what the
はい、
graphic
じゃあ、
scale
お願い
up
します
is.
じゃあ 7.0 画面の方お願いします。
今回よりこの解像度設定の中に、
はい
グラフィックスアップスケールっていうのが入ってきます。
So if you go to your system configs and graphics setting, you will realize that there is a new option called graphic
内
scale
部
up.
的には解像度を下げて
Graphics
処理を行って、
はい。
実際表示するときに
Oh,
は
graphics
ア
up
ップ
scale
つまり
type.
解像度を
Yep.
上げて表示する。
はいはいはい。
でも大元って解像度低いわけだから単純に引き伸ばすと伸びるわけですよ。
はい。そうですね。
伸びたりボケたりするんです。
はい。
そこを、スーパー技術で補完し、まあなんで間のピクセルを
あ
まあ AI 的に解釈をして、
はいはい
きっとこうでしょっていうのをより鮮明に出す。
あ。はい。
なので、実際にはパフォーマンスを稼ぐために小さい描画でやってるんだけど綺麗なまま速くなる
はい
っていう魔法の
魔法の技術があるわけですね。
Apparently, this technology that they are going to implement utilizes some sort of graphics built-in AI type to make sure that the graphics is automatically generated in the way that it looks pretty in game.
え
Yeah, and apparently there are two types. One is AMD FSR and NVIDIA DLSS.
でまあ
Apparently,
これに対応しましたので、
はい。
これね切り替えてもね即座に
You can think of it as a
見た目
magic.
が変わるっていうものじゃないので、
はい
yeah, we are using some super techniques to increase performance while we are enhancing the graphics. Think of it as a magic.
まあそうですね。
Yoshipi says.
だって見た目が変わらないための技術ってことですもんね。
そうです。 全体が綺麗に見えるための技術な
So
ので、
this is a technology
終わり
to
にしてパワーポイントの方をお願い
make
し
sure
ます。
that it looks pretty.
はい
Moving on to the slide.
全
Super
プラットフォーム
resolution
ですこれは
support.
ファイナルファンタジー14が遊べるすべてのプラットフォームハードウェアで、超改造技術に対応いたしました、
は
でさっきお話ししたように、低解像度の画像を
So this has been
元の
explained just
解像
now.
度にね
The super resolution will be implemented on all platforms. Super resolution is a feature that restores the image quality of low resolution images, thereby minimizing resolution
出
degradation.
してください。初期設定、
はい
初期ではさっきご覧いただいたように AMD FSR1.0 っていうものが自動的に
AMD
適用されて
FSR
ます。
1.0 Fidelity FX Super Resolution will be enabled by default. For those playing on Windows with graphics card that supports DLSS 2.0 Deep Learning Super Sampling, we recommend changing the resolution settings to NVIDIA DLSS 2.0.
そのグラフィックスボードのカードの中にこういう仕組みが入ってるんですね。
はいはいはい
それを我々対応したので、NVIDIA の技術に対応しているグラフィックスカードを使っている方は、そっち使ってくださいね
なるほど
ということです。
So if you are using an NVIDIA graphics card, it is probably on the 2K series to 3K series or above that, or even 4K series, you are, well, Yoshi says here that you are recommended to use NVIDIA DLSS
ライティン
instead.
グの品質とか細かい草の表示量っていうのも実は変えれるんですよ今回。表から草減らしてってなったら、
はい
草減らせるんで、今回なので細かい草の表示量とかを減らしてしまえば、ちょっと若干画面スカってなりますけど、
はい
処理は軽くなる
んですね
はいなのでそれらを組み合わせてご自身の一番いい環境っていうのをちょっと探っていただけたらなとは思ってます、
はい
じゃあちょっとさらに詳しくね、
はい
言いましょう。
So
まず
moving on to the next.
ここにあるパラメータね、さっきお話したグラフィックスアップスケールタイプっていうのを AMD
So this is basically a feature that GPUs have and we have implemented in our game. You can even adjust the number of grasses. You can even adjust the number of grass that shows, for example, if it helps to improve performance. Okay, so moving on to the next slide.
試してみてもらえればと思います。
はい
次。解像度スケールなんですけど、これその AMD FSR を選択している時にです。50%から100%の間で調整できるんですけど、
はい
数値を下げるとですね、より解像度を下げてフレームレートがきついってなった時に内部的には解像度を下げて描画して実際に
So this is basically the explanation is what in the
広げ
slide.
て出す。
There are two types, graphics upscaling types as well as the 3D graphics resolution scaling.
機器が良くなる。
より軽くなる
軽くなる。
はい
So basically, in other words, to put it very simply to players who are not really savvy in this kind of stuff, if you are experiencing any frame rate drop issue, frame rate issues, fiddle with the 3D graphics resolution scaling, so that the lower it is, the better your frame rate is going to be.
ブードゥー3もいけブードゥー3は無理じゃない
懐かしいもの見
ブードゥー3はディアブロ2の頃じゃない
そうですね
ディアブロ2はブードゥー3があれば動くのか動かないのかで俺もブードゥー3
Apparently, the string comments are making fun of
ごめんね急におっさん
making fun of Yoshi P. They are asking if Voodoo 3 can support this. Well, Voodoo 3? That's like
続いて
during the 90s.
I wish I had the benchmark commands.
レゾリューション
はい
これをですね有効にしていただくとフレームレートが指定した値よりもやばい下がってきたってゲーム内で判断したら
Next will be the enabling
解像度を
dynamic
実は
resolution.
下げます
ああなるほど
はい
は
でただし、解像度が低下したものは、
はい
AMD FSR か NVIDIA DLSS で保管するので結
It's
果
late.
まあ両方
I'm starting to feel the
なので
So this is basically
I'm very
his comment
sleepy.
on the enabling dynamic resolution. It's just basically reading the things from
お使いの PC がそこそこなの
the
であれ
stream.
ば
So yeah.
入れとくといいかなっていう気はしますはい
じゃあバッキバキのハイスペックだったら、
うん
おそらくいらないだろうけ
いらないと
れども
思いますいらない
場所によっちゃ重くなるんだよなみたいな人は入れとくと
そうそう、これそう以前から一応ねダイナミックレゾリューション、6.x の後半で実装してるんですけど、今回からはその FSR や、DLSS にも対応されたんでより綺麗になるはず。解像度とフレームレートが両方ね安定するっていう効果が得られると思うので、この辺ちょっとどっちを優先したいかあると思うので、パラメータちょっといじっていただければいいかなと。だからなのでフレームレートを安定させたい方はここをオンにして、敷値、そのありますよね、そこ適用するフレームレートの敷値って書いてありますよね。ここを例えば 60fps とか30とか、常に適用にしておいて、
So if you are those type of players who
リフレッシュレートがね
have issues trying to get the most optimal performance consistently, you are recommended to enable the dynamic resolution.
144fps が敷値になるので、
Yeah, so basically if you have a machine that supports this and one consistent FPS, I recommend keeping this setting on. So turn on the dynamic resolution
解像度やばい負荷が重くなってきたらちょっと下げて、
game away.
内部的にはでもモニターに出すときには綺麗に表示してっていうことをやってくれるようになるので、こだわる方はねここぜひ
素晴らしい、
使いこなして。ちなみにプリセットの最高品質選んだらこの辺はもういらんこんなもんっていう設定になるんで、もう俺の PC はもう何着ても大丈夫みたいな人は気にしなくても大丈夫だと思います。まあ長々とねちょっと説明はしたんですけど、基本的にスペックに合ったそのお使いの PC とかのスペックに合った解像度とかで遊んでる方とかはあんまり気にしなくてもいいかなっていう気はします。でちょっとフレームレート低いなみたいに感じた時、ちょっと処理が落ちるなみたいに感じた時にどんどん活用してってもらえると
So basically, you
いいかなと調整して。
you don't really have to fight out with the settings if you are already playing in the very high spec computer and PC and so on. But sometimes if you feel that I have issues with frame rates, I have issues with trying to play this smoothly, then you can try look into the settings and fight it around to see which one is best, which setting is best for you.
で、皆さん気になっている PS4 版とか Xbox シリーズ S とかどうな
Moving
の
on to the PS4 version as well as Xbox Series S, they are for players who are quite worried what will happen for that platform.
PS4 でも
Did.
Xbox シリーズ S でもグラフィックスアップデートは一部を除いてはほぼ全て適用されて
Yep,
ます。
repeating what is listed on the stream, both PlayStation 4 and Xbox Series S will be included in the graphical update, though certain features may not be applicable.
ただしこれまで
Like for example, to reduce the stress on PlayStation 4, super sampling will be reduced, while dynamic resolution and LOD, low detail models on distant objects will be forcibly
内部
enabled.
の解像度っていうのを実際には引き下げて、さっきお話ししたダイナミックレゾリューションと LOD を強制有効化することでパフォーマンスをしっかり安定しながら全体の画面の綺麗さっていうところはしっかり出せるように今回調整してありますので、選べるスイッチはなくなりましたけど、我々の方で完全チューニングして綺麗に維持できるようにしてますというふうになってます。
So this is actually adjusted based on the dev team's preferences on the matter to ensure that the experience in PS4 and Xbox Series S is not affected while you're playing the game.
ちょっと解像度を落とすみたいな影の LOD ってやつの強制有効化、こちら本当はスイッチになってるんですけど、スイッチじゃなくても強制的に影の LOD 有効になっているので、こういう設定できるパラメーターの項目、PS4 版ではいじれない。PS5 や PC ではいじれるみたいな差はありますけど、全体的なグラフィックスアップデートの恩恵はしっかり PS4 版でも、Xbox シリーズ X でも受けられるように、チューニングしてありますので、
So just to take note that while there are differences in what you can or can't do depending on the platform that you play, please rest assured that even though if you are playing on PS4 or Xbox Series S, you still will be able to play the game with the graphical update on those versions as well. So please rest assured. There are actually adjusting it so that
従前からお
the
伝えしている
PS4
通
and
り
Xbox Series S players
7.0
can
で
still play the
実装
game
され
with the
る
graphical
新規
update
オブジェクト、新
with,
装備とか
however,
は
with a little bit of tuning from the
さっき言っ
developer
た
side.
テクスチャー解像度も上がってるし、
はい
あとキャラクター周りね、髪の毛とかは、まあ、全部やってるんですけど、過去の、例えばアーティファクトジョブ専用装備とかそういう、まあ、できるだけ目立つものは対応してるんですけど、一部キャラクターとかもまだ古いものとかっていうのがあるので、なんかこうちょっと 7.x シリーズの序盤なんかこいつ他のやつに比べると解像度が低いみたいなのいると思うんですけど、とにかく追いかけてどんどん修正していきます。
はい
で、6.0 でリリースされてるジョブ、専用装備っていうのが、7.1 対応なんですね、予定が。
なるほどなるほど。
なので、まあ、もちろん 7.0 のジョブ専用装備は最初からもうハイクオリティで作ってあるんで、
はい
安心してもらっていいんですけど、1個前の、ジョブ専用装備に関しては 7.1 対応になってます。
はい
ただナイトの、
ほう
ジョブ専用装備
はい
はほらヒロシ君がね着てたこともあり、テストケースとしてあいつでめちゃめちゃグラアップデートの調整やったんですよ。
はいできちゃってる。
見た目もめちゃめちゃ細かかったし、金属と
はいはいはい確か
その
に確かに
経
パーツがね
年エイジングもめっちゃされてるんで、あのモデルデータですごいテストしてたんですよ。結果彼のやっぱナイトのジョブ専用装備は、
はい
グラフィックスアップデート対応されてるんですよ。で、
はい
岡下君が、
はい
さすが優しいからなんだけど、戻そうと思うんですけどいいですかと、他のジョブも
まだだから
まだだからナイトは古いデータ取ってあるんでそれをパッチで入れてって言われたんで、いやその優しさは分かる、ちゃんと PLL で伝えるけど、それはいくらなんでもせっかく新しくかっこよくしたのに
あるのに
なんでわざわざ、しかも結構いろんなところでさサンプル動画とかも出してんのに、あれおかしい、めっちゃ
見てたのちゃうなって
ポリポリしてるみたいになるのはちょっとさすがになので、ちょっとナイトの、6.0AF だけ、先行して入りますんで、それだけごめんなさい、ちょっと。
Okay, to sum up this long conversation held between Yoshipi and Foxconn, basically just need you all need to know that as previously mentioned, everything that we are introduced in, all these new features that we introduced for 7.0 will already have their changes applied. Of course, this includes the gear and everything that is going to be introduced in 7.0, but we didn't get to everything that we have in the game right now. So we are starting with the main themes like job-specific gear, okay, and however the job gear, as in your AF gear, from 6.0 we're getting the graphical updates at 7.1. So don't get surprised if when you're playing the game in 7.0 and you find out that, oh, this particular gear looks a little bit low quality in textures and whatnot. What happened? I thought that the graphics already been upgraded. You don't have to worry about it. It will be implemented with the exception of one, which is the Paladin gear. Okay, the Paladin gear will be implemented for 6.0 because the Paladin gear was used as a test case for the graphical updates, and since they have invested so much effort in it, they might expect just release the upgraded Paladin AF gear for 6.0 in advance for you to try out how the jobs gear in 6.0 will look like when it comes to 7.0. Yeah. Although the team suggested that we will wait for the Paladin gear since it would be unfair to release only that Paladin gear without other jobs gear as well, but Yoshipi says no because considering that it's already done and so many effort has been applied to it, well, even though they only did it for one, which is Paladin 6.0 gear with the upgraded textures and whatnot, so why not just give them a sense of it and a taste of what it looks like for other AF gear as well? So they are going to release for 6.0.
幸いなことにというか、ものすごい世界中でたくさんの方に遊んでいただけるようになって、
So next on will be the blacklist improvement for
いろんな
7.0.
価値観の人たちっていうのがまさに第二の故郷かのように今遊んでもらってるので、もう一段起きるトラブルに対して 防衛できるような形っていうのをそろそろきちんと作らないといかん時期かなということもあって、まあもちろんリクエストをいただいて
as for the 7.0 blacklist improvement, the reason why they are doing it is because although Yoshipi is not that kind of person who likes a lot of rules implemented for his own game, but considering that we have seen an uptick increase of players, and the players will also need to be able to choose how they want to play their game as well, to play in the environment where it's safe for them. So Yoshipi is decided that it's time to actually expand on the blacklist improvements. This is for players who are very concerned about their own security as well as their own privacy. This is for players.
この人すごい暴言が多くてこの単語はとにかく聞きたくないっていう単語をフィルターする機能を、それから
Yeah, there are several new features that will be coming for the blacklist in 7.0. Enhanced blacklist functionality, mute list, term filter, estate expulsion, and enhanced lodestone privacy settings.
So I didn't realize they were fixing things concerning the blacklist. This is brilliant. Mute list added, term filter added, estate expulsion filter added, enhanced lodestone privacy settings. That's very interesting. They were adding that.
So this is also
I didn't realize they were going to add that.
a repeat of most cases because FF14 does have some extreme cases of stalking as well as harassment that's going around in the game. So
That's awesome.
Yoshi has
This is such an improvement. Oh my
that
god,
really
this is
realized
one of the better features
this
that's
kind
coming
of,
out for the game.
things that happen in the game. It's not that there isn't any. Yoshipi really knows that this kind of cases happen. So they think so. Yeah, it's time to upgrade our security in game.
Okay, so what are they doing? Okay, no, this is really good.
So listing on the changes of what will happen during the blacklist function.
Oh wow, this is one of the best. This is really good. Listen to the blacklist character messages. Character will now also be hidden. That's crazy. This will apply to all characters tied to the
player events, we
blacklist.
have added the feature that allows you to prevent people from entering your house, for example. This is one of the features that is going to be implemented for 7.0 when it comes to enhanced blacklist functionality.
でこれ中期ございますけれども、7.0 以降に登録したも
So
のが
whatever
Oh,
that
this is really
said
good.
up to this point is just a
This is
repeat
insanely good.
from the PowerPoint slide.
Articulated will be displayed in certain situations where visible
Look at the
necessary.
slide.
The judge
You want to know
when
what he's talking about?
party together in a duty.
次コンテンツ中のパーティーメンバーなど、まあ姿が見えないと困るっていう場面
Oh, I see. Wait, so it still doesn't, so that the duty finder still doesn't disregard blacklisted characters even when the character model is visible. The name will be displayed as unknown in the party list on their nameplate. Oh, I see. Okay. Furthermore, a notification will indicate when they speak during duties, and players may temporarily see what they've written via the sub command.
そういう表示になります。ブラックリストに登録している人が何か喋ってますと。で、一応気になるから。
I mean, I guess it's a start. It would be great if like they can avoid them all together. Like they could not like the duty fighter can just like not have them partied with me. I'm glad they're working on the blacklist. This is like a dismissal from like.
Match with the blacklisted players to begin with, but doing so will affect the matching and the matching system. As well, it will make the matching system really complicated. As well as this will also affect how the party finder will work as well. So sorry, this they can't really do it. So you will still be able to party and match with the blacklisted player, but
I
this is
muted character
one of
chat
the downsides
messages.
about it.
Apply to all characters on the muted character service account. Okay, good. Yeah, that's good. Hey, that's good.
So basically,
Okay.
in a nutshell, we understand concerns that ask to just prevent matching with those players, but ultimately this would make the system a lot more complicated as a result. So sorry, we can't do it.
さっきのアンノーンみたいにはならないですってことです。ただし、同じパーティーアライアンス内に対象がいてパーティーを組んでる場合とかは、ミュートなので、ミュートしてる人が今喋ってるみたいですよというのだけ、お知らせすることになります。はい。はい。
Shit.
なのでよっぽどじゃない限りミュートを活用して。
At least they're improving the blacklist.
ってなった場合はブラックリスト。
Yeah, that's something they would have to work on. It just seemed like before they weren't working on it at all. Like the blacklist got weaker. You know, it was such a bad idea to make the blacklist about registered information blacklist character. And anytime prior to 7.0 will be carried forward up to 200 can be registered to the stored server side. Characters will remain blacklisted across platforms without the character names are saved client side. The names are only displayed when the player on the devices they're registered on. Up to 200, okay, up to 200 characters can be registered. Registration limit is not shared with the blacklist. Data is stored client side. Okay, so the blacklist is stored. So the actual blacklist is the data is stored server side, but the mute list it's stored client side. Okay. Characters will only be muted on a device they were initially registered on. So there's a difference between the blacklist and the okay. I'm just glad they're working on it. I'm glad they're working on it.
The string comments is saying that like, you wonder about playing at the workplace. Well, all of us do. I mean, it comes from me. I'm actually playing for me when I work at home. Come on.
No, but like I'm glad that I don't know why they made the decision to like make the blacklist worse.
Like,
I don't know why they did that.
Industry. Yeah, they
but now I guess they're working on it again and they made it better.
Their job.
So
yeah, game developers. Of course, we play games while we're working.
Definitely improvement, but you know, if only they can make it so that like the duty finder, they can account that they can blacklist it, then it will be perfect. You know, that'd be nice. Chat messages continue.
So yeah, in a nutshell, Japanese media just plays at their workplace. Yeah.
Okay, so like slurs. I mean, this wouldn't bother Xbox users, I bet though. Like to say, tell, yell, shout, any in all circumstances, including these, apply to link shell, cross-link shell, party chat, or free company chat. なっておりますので、ここだけご注意ください。なので外野でワーワー言ってるのをミュートしたいという場合に、活用していただけますと。でこの登録した文字列情報っていうのはクライアントサーバーではないので、ご注意ください。ほぼ他の It is stored client side.
Please note that the data is stored at the client side and not from the server side. So yeah, this is just something that is worth noting. Moving on to the next. Estate expulsion feature.
Players who is added to the no entry list within your estate grounds will be expelled immediately. So they basically be yeeted off the premises. That's awesome. Yeah. No, that's a great feature. That's a great feature. Players added to the no entry list will be unable to enter the estate for 10 days. For only 10 days? For only 10 days? Why not permanently? 言っても聞いてくれないみたいな場合に使うぐらいを想定しております。で、ただしですね、リストへの登録は all characters only expelled character servers account. Okay, good. キャラクターに適用されます。はい。はい。こちらにイヤにもですね。はい。で、こちらの機能を使い company masters and estate owners will have access to this function. Yeah, of course. That makes perfect sense.
で権限なんですけど、
Oh, but only the free company master and estate owners can designate up to 4 free company members and housemates to have access to this function. Oh, okay. Okay, got you.
もらえればそれ以外の方でも
That's what I was wondering.
できるようになります。
Only them? Why can't it be like? Why can't it be permission when the expulsion privileges are in the estate? Anyone?
Anyway, this what he's saying right now is all the repeat from the slide itself.
なるほ
So please refer to the slide instead. Thank you.
いる場合家にも入って
Players
これは
with
ね自動
expulsion
的に
groups
差
are
が
in the estate. Anyone registered to their blacklist will automatically expelled so that they enter the estate grounds. Oh wow. Okay. So anybody on their blacklist will be kicked off as well. That's nice.
権限者をブラックリスト登録したらどうなるのって、まあそんな人いないと思いますけど
That's really
やってみ
nice.
てください。ちゃんとなんだろう破綻のないように動くようになってますんで、そういったところは僕らもデバッグできっちりやってますんで、ぜひぜひ、見てください。
What happens if you blacklist the FC master instead? Well, you can give it a try. We are actually doing our best to ensure that you know any conflicts will not happen during the debugging stage.
Maybe you
So
can
why don't
view
you give it a try?
aspects of your Lodestone character page, such as your profile, achievements, and friends. Visibility system can be limited to friends. Remove yourself from link cell searches. Oh, really? Really? You can completely remove yourself from links from Lodestone character searches? Okay.
So to correct my previous translation a bit, what happens if you add the player with privileges to the blacklist? Yeah, you can always give it a try. We have tested and debugged that so that no conflicts will happen. And yeah, if you add the person with privileges to the blacklist, they will also get expelled. So
Fox was added to the Lordstone. Okay. Notifications regarding the activity and block entries of block barriers will no longer display. But you can only see them if like block players will be unable to see your activity. But you can only see them to like your friend or something, right? Am I wrong? The above settings will also apply to characters added to you in a blacklist. Hey.
いちいちねこっちで登録し直す必要はないですよということになります。
Don't you have to be like their friends, or do they have to be in your free company or something like that?
といったところで、
はい、
ブラックリスト強化のお知らせでした。
いや俺今回この機能を、まあ実装使用確認して実装まあもちろん実装、
I guess in a situation where like you're both in the same free company.
So the enhanced blacklist feature is actually a feature that decided half a year ago, which is means 6 months.
まあフルダイブ MMO ってね、SAO 以降流行ってというか、結構そのゲームの世界に感覚ごと飛び込んでゲームをするみたいな、まあいずれなんかゲームをするかどうかは別として、人間の生活の大部分は
At least they're taking it more seriously.
おそらくもうほぼ間違いなく、あとは時間の問題なだけだと思ってるんですよ。そういう時にこういう機能どうすんだろうなってそう僕らはこう MMORPG としてこうファイナルファンタジー14を作ってこう運営してて、まあやっぱり皆さんもログインする時に言っても体はこうモニターの前にあるじゃない、だから明らかに自分がログインしてるわけではないじゃないまだ。だからシステムコマンドから
That came completely out of left field. I didn't think they were gonna work on the blacklist. I'm so glad they did that. It means they're listening to the community.
バーチャルの中でその実際に感覚を
They're listening to the community in the best way. So that's good.
冷めるかなと思って。で、翻ると現実にさ、ブラッ
I
ク
did not like what they did to the blacklist before.
あなたを右クリックしてもサブコマンド出てこないじゃない。
I don't know what prompted them to do that. I don't know what it was. I don't know why they thought that was a good idea.
そうですね。
シミュレーション仮説だとしたらなんか作ったやつちょっとひどないってもうちょっとこう生きやすいというか暮らしやすい便利なシステムにしときゃいいのにって やまあそれがないから実はこの世界はやっぱりシミュレーションじゃないのかなとか、なんかねそんな哲学的なところまで考えるぐらい一生懸命。
I don't know if I want to translate this part, but basically, Yoshi P is
本当は
just
あんまりバンバン使われない方が僕は望ましい。
putting his philosophy reasons behind trying to enhance the blacklist
強化させていただいたん
that
で
involves something like virtual, living yourselves in the virtual world, getting immersed in the virtual world. Yeah, that you know, we already have an example of this in you know in the form of Sword Art Online. Yeah, you know the full dive MMORPG technology. Yeah, although this technology doesn't exist in the real world right now, but it might be a thing that is going to happen in the future sooner or later. So Yoshi P has been pondering about what we should be doing. You know, what should be doing with our we're doing with our life. You know, how we communicate with people, how we interact, and if the person we interact is not someone that you feel comfortable with, then what should we do about the blacklist? Apparently, it makes Yoshi P ponder around a lot when trying to enhance the blacklist feature, and they also got a lot of comments prior to that too, so this probably spurred and triggered his desire to expand it.
It had to be the feedback. It had to be the feedback. Period.
実装されましたんで、妖怪ウォッチ用のポートレート作ってくれないって言ったらいいよって皆さんが言ってくれて。
Yep, apparently there were suggestions from the dev team to say that they want to create a new famous kit for the upcoming rerun of Yokai Watch, and then the level 8 level 5, okay, the level 5 development staff said, yeah, sure, why not? You can edit it, so this is added.
I'm so caught up in like their reversal on how they approach the blacklist. That like
Dawn Trail's released.
Like I should be excited that that new event, that new repeat event is coming. I don't even remember what it's called. But I'm like, damn, holy shit. They really fixing the block list.
ちょっと猫派の方がお怒りになっているということをもうちらりと目にしました。
そうですね。生地クオリティが高い分ちょっと猫もどうなのって
まあ一生撫でてられるように作ったんで。
So, have you guys already finished the Final Fantasy 16 collaboration event? Apparently, I got some, comments from the stream. Comments from saying on in the social media saying that wow, Toggle is really cute, really cute. Oh, I really love Toggle. I really love that little doggy. So yeah, it was a success. And Yoshi P is very glad that people actually loved Toggle.
はい、次。モグこれ。はい、スタートします。
はい、5月14日からスタート予定です。
So, what is going to happen up to the Dawn Trail's release will be listed in the slide itself. So please take a look if you are interested.
ようやく始まります。
はい。
はい。
で、一方その頃、時を同じくしまして、これ我々のスケジュールなんですけど、5月15日から5月いっぱいかけまして、
So throughout May there will be media tour.
日本と北米と欧州のメディアの皆さん、インフルエンサーの皆さんに 7.0 をご紹介いただいたり、私有して記事を書いていただいたりというフェーズがここでやってまいります。
北米って今回どこでしたっけ？
北米はロサンゼルスです。
LA か。はい。ヨーロッパは？ヨーロッパはベルリンの横にあるポツダムという街がございました。ポツダム宣言のポツダムでやると。行きます。というわけで、ということはですよ。はい。まあ日本でメディアツアーやってから北米欧州って行くんですけど、僕のチェックは黄金のレガシーの、なので15、16日で終わるってことですよ。どういうことですか？だから、完成が近づいているという。いや、何をおっしゃいます。
So, media tour venue-wise, where they're going to conduct the media tour? In North America, it will be Los Angeles, and in Europe, it will be Potsdam, next to Berlin in Europe.
いや終わるよ。
本当ですか？
終わる
As for Japan, obviously it's going to be at Shinjuku because usually in Japan, Media Tour is conducted at Square Enix headquarters.
確かに
So we'll be there.
やつれるぐらいずっと実機の日々は確か。
そうですよね。
はい。でもまあだいぶ進んだ。コンテンツはだって
あ、順調ですか？
バトルコンテンツっていうか複数人でやるコンテンツは、
はい。
ほぼ昨日で
おや。
終わったはず。
おお。
一昨日ラスボスだったし。なんでもう。
Apparently,
ひたすらクエスト
Yoshida's check on the battle content ended yesterday.
感じですね。はい。
Yep. So he concluded his checks on the battle content yesterday, and it started 2 days ago.
まとめて出てきますのでお楽しみに。
Yeah, I think I finished checking every multiplayer battle content for 7.0 yesterday. Yep, that's correct.
に次回第81回プロデュースされたライブ。
すごい。かっこジョブ特
ジョブ特
集
集会。
たはー出ました。
So the 81st PLL, which is the next one, will be focused on jobs
はい。約1ヶ月後
and adjustments. So mark your dates,
はい。そして次行きましょ
and I won't be there.
う。
Haha.
6月5日から
はい。
ドラゴンクエスト10のコラボの再演がございます。
やっていくよ。こちらもね新規でプニプニしたやつが欲しい
ね。
ねお声をいただいてますので。
はい。
はい。
そして
そしてさあ発売直前、
はい。第82
82
回。
回 PLL を、6月
6月
Kinda glad I got this knife better now.
にやっていこうじゃないかと。
はい。
発売直前ということで総まとめですかね。
いよいよ総まとめですね。
はい総まとめ
なので次回の81回とこの82回の
あー
PLL はバイリンガル対応で
はい
お送りさせていただき
これは
ますので。
もう全世界の方に
よろしくお願いします
詳細をお伝えしていきますので、
Just a repeat.
次回は
We,
グローバル
the unofficial interpreter, which means me as well as Muna from the Reddit, will not attend the 81st at the 82nd of PLL because it will be bilingual, meaning official translators will
そうですね
accompany
まあドラクエ10のコラボが
specifically
終了
for
した
these both segments and deliver you the official
あの
translation.
エンディング
So we won't be there.
そうでしたそうでした。
はいで
Yeah, man, take a break. You've done enough.
足をつけてこいってなって
なって
そう48時間メンテです今回、
はい
なんでまあ48時間かというとですね、
え
今回まあ前から何回か言ってるんですけどちょっと生噛みしてもらっていいですか。前々からちょっとお話してるんですけどテクスチャ解像度がねやったー高くなったって言うと思うんですけど、
はい
そのテクスチャどこに入ってるかっていうと皆さんのマシンの中に入ってるんですよ、
はい
高解像度テクスチャって
今はまだない。
でも今皆さんが持ってるテクスチャってノーマル解像度テクスチャじゃないですか、
ね
なので
どっから来るのっていう話です。
爆発的に、パッチ容量が増えます、
はい。
しかも拡張パッケージですよ。
うん。
しかも過去のリソースも全部高解像度になってるものはなってるわけでというわけでダウンロードにですね、場所によっては大変時間がかかるでしょうよと。
So this time the Dawn Trail will early access will take 48 hours.
もちろんかからない
Why is it 48 hours of maintenance time?
パッチをね
Because currently the textures that you have and seen in the game right now is located on the client side, which means it's inside your computer.
パッチが落ちてこない
But because this time we have a completely, a graphics update. Wow, the texture is being upgraded. Everything is go. Everything is high resolution right now. Blah 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 blah. We have to actually replace the low current low quality textures with high quality textures, which means the download time will take a long time. So we are making this 48 hours so that everyone, including those with not so ideal connection download, will have ample time to upgrade their client side data before the early access to Dawn Trail begins, which is why we set it 48 hours.
That's smart. That's smart.
The patch will be very huge, and we want to guarantee that everyone has enough time to download it. It's the probably the TLDR version of what he said just now.
That's
The server maintenance itself actually doesn't take that long.
That's insanely considerate. And they could take a break.
はい
これぐらいは用意しておいてくださいっていうのがありますんで、そちらを改め
It's
て。
insanely considerate.
So that should be all. And if you're wondering whether your PC will be compatible with launcher, please check with the benchmark that we are going to release it tomorrow, as well as
けどメンテの中の
how
なんでえって言ってる
you know, we also release a spec sheet,
とか言われてるんで
which is a list of what recommended specs as well as the minimum specs here, so you can refer to that as well.
はい
And then you can consider whether you want to upgrade your PC
あ
or
の無理だった
you
場合
know
は
you want to
おじさんたちで
continue as it
頑
is.
張り
はい
ます、
読むだけになるかと思います。
ご期待ください、
And we also have a patch notes
は
reading,
い、それではこ
so
こからはですね、もう一つの大きなテーマこちらに行きたいと思います。画面お願いします。
next we will have a completely different segment altogether.
14の世界ということで、
A
Realm Resplendent with Warriors of Light.
統計データとか皆さんから皆さんに取らせていただいたアンケート結果とかを織り交ぜながらこういろんな数字を見ながら、10年で14こんなに来たねってところを一緒に見ていこうというコーナーでございます。でどんな風に進むかちょっと1個ね例で見ていただければ分かるのではい、10年でまずはこんなに広がりましたということでどうぞ。3000
ああまあまあこれはね分かった、何か分かったよ。
という皆さんもちろんお分かりですね。はいどうぞ。累積冒険者数3000万人を突破しております。
はい、ありがとうございます。
はい。
We have now over 30 million
数字が出てきます。
players from around the world.
では続いてこちらです。
240。
240。
200ちょっと待って240。
はい。ちなみにこです。
240個。
240まあこタイをつけるならばこうですね。
マッチングできるコンテンツの数。
にゃ違います。
違う
ゲームの外です。
ゲームの外。
はい。
ゲームの外。
Thank you for the transition of the goal. It was great. Yeah, thank you for attending. Yeah, please have fun.
どうぞ。
Please have fun with what you're going to do for today.
240個のアワードを世界中で頂戴いたしました。
そうなんだよね。俺ガキの頃からさ、
はい
賞状とかアワードなんで全く縁がなかったんだけど、14をやってから本当皆さんのおかげも。
Yoshi P, yeah, when I was younger, whatever I did, I haven't received, I didn't receive any awards for what I did when I was young. But ever since I took over and get involved in 14, wow, this is how many accolades I have received. It's really amazing.
オンラインゲーム
Nominated 13. Oh, I see.
とかそういうんだよね。でノミネートされた数が313でアワード取ったのが240。大変打率が高いですね。
はい。
ありがとうございます。
Thank you, thank you. Yeah, the PL is actually still going on. But it doesn't really involve any heavy translation, so I will just keep quiet for most of the time.
Yeah, the game is amazing.
Yeah, just keep quiet for most of the time.
88。
はい。
なんだ。
Bet that most of you already been sick of my voice.
冒険者の皆さんが到達した
もうそんなにある？
エーテライト数が現在88箇所ございます。
あ、そう。
I have negative opinions about what happens around the game, but it has nothing to do with the game itself.
Thank you for attending. Thank you all.
Alright, yeah, I'm gonna go as well. So,
I don't have coffee with me. I have water with me though.
はい。では続いてこ
yeah, so I'm gonna mute this. So yeah, so so you can, so I'm gonna hold on. Let me grab the link. This I'm gonna continue on. For this live letter, I'm gonna link it in chat. Right? But I'm gonna go. And then I said I was going to I go to sleep. I said I wasn't going to hold on. Oh shoot. Didn't mean to do that. I said I wasn't going to sleep until I ran the benchmark. But honestly, like as the night goes on, I'm getting really freaking sleepy. I did not anticipate. Yeah. So yeah. So let me see if there's anybody I can raid right now. There's like one person I can think of. Yeah, probably offline. Not online. Did I just end the stream? Glad I caught still. Oh yeah, she's still there. I'm gonna raid Fish Girl Moria. Okay, so I hope you guys enjoyed that. If you liked what you saw, please like, follow, subscribe on Have a pleasant night. Streaming, happy gaming, everybody.
Why so down tonight? Just another day that didn't go your way. Well, don't you make a side. Just take my hand, don't toss and turn. Let's just